So we are officially back. We'll be doing some RBR since we have 3 players. We'll get Retract, we'll get Fulcrum. Aetherius will join us probably in the next run. Or at least I'm assuming Retract is joining us. Hopefully. 2-man RBR is a little rough. There we go. Like, oh no. Back to the other character. Anyway, I think we're good to go. This time I'll actually grab my Glide Divine, which should be in my inventory here, hopefully. There we go. Helps me with the debuff range. So, last time we got a few lanes. I think the goal... I'm not, please don't make me walk back for the Protect frames. I want to get the quest started. So what we're going to do is... we're going to do a couple runs. Ideally, one of us will get a lane across an hour or so of gameplay. Maybe an hour and a half. You have to think of it this way. If there's 19 chances for it, and we run it 10 times, that's 190 chances, times the number of players. So it's not like as guaranteed across 10 runs. So it would be nice if it happens, but you know, that's why I'm thinking more like if you clear 13 or 14 runs, then you start getting into the right amount of runs cleared. For every player is about 250-ish kills at that point, and from there it's not too bad. Yeah, Sweep Up Operation 3 is incredibly strong. We played this with Dango a few months ago, trying to get Dango's lane here. And I don't think this is specifically the quest Dango got his first Excal, but I can tell you we ended up with like 5 or something from this quest. So it certainly can pay off big time. Speaking of payoffs, we're already at a good start for Ultimate. I'm mostly just going to be box checking and believing in the group. That'll be my contribution for the most part. Visit Mine's one map. Hope you're doing well, Dango. We're feeling better. Yeah, we had the stars aligned with it earlier. I think it was this year, where everything basically aligned. Slow them down for the team there. Down my little happy reap. Oh, do we not have to kill those? Huh. I mean, I'll kill them anyway. I'm right here. I guess only the brands is needed. Box check with her, slash wall. Not a red rank. But we'll do a few of these, then we'll probably do what we did last time and mess around with Exurb. Get a little fresh. Both are pretty good XP sources. Team's looking to level. Today is definitely a good day to play. We get Retract with more raw cast. That's all I'm learning. Just roll out one of every ID. Assert dominance. So now I can debuff from here, so I'm going to believe any team. Let's make sure to take that Ryuker. I'm gonna go back the normal way. Save you a little bit of a trip. There we go. Look at that time save. They're ahead of me. They're spawning stuff. Getting hit by random traps. that Glide Divine was pretty useful there, just to hit the full screen. Although I don't really need it here. Like, if I'm just centered well, I don't Glide Divine there. And when we see the room with the 4 Sinnohs, we're just all gonna stand roughly in the middle of the room and group together for like easy. But for now, we'll get closer. Oh wow, actually shocked him. GG, get outplayed. For the most part here, I'm just gonna try to item check for the team. I'm not gonna worry about DPS as a force here. This character got higher level, which he is gradually accumulating XP by playing here. Probably switch him over to full-time XCal here. I don't think spells are really worth it. Unless we're going like Quadra Force here. Or at minimum triple 4. By enemies. Good luck to everybody running PW3. I know I am not going to. Oh my god, I don't even know if I want to humor you for it. I'll humor you for a box run. I am not doing PW3. That's one of those quests where I'm like, there is genuinely nothing I'm looking for in Seabed at this point. I would rather do RN resets for Cycle 1 than do more Blue ID Seabed. I think I'm good for the rest of the year at minimum. I'll see if I feel differently next year, but right now I'm like, nah. I'm like on a quest. $55 hit Demon Laser. That actually seems really good. Right, chat? Like, oh, that actually could be useful. I would have preferred that to be a Demon Ray Gun, but it's fine. I'll at least have it as a side piece on the Ramars. I'll give that over to my Pure Ranger account, I mean. Box check. I forgot to do that earlier. I forget I should just do it immediately on the Gilchick wave. It's the room where we're gonna get ambushed. Move towards the center preemptively. Unlock the brands for the team. I believe in you. We're in a clump together after this wave. Here we go. Come together and free strap them. They're gonna jump at us if we don't move. There we go. Whenever you see the quadras for Retract's information, just come give a group hug. We'll all be waiting. We got one more time we gotta do that in the quest. But for now, back to Chaos. You're asking what we're doing? Oh, we're doing lame to Argent hunts, because it is the time to do it. None of this silly nonsense people grinding episode 4 Goron detonators and suffering. We're not doing that. We know better. We're not doing those. This is the quest to run for lame to Argent. Honestly, some people will prefer Scarlet Realm, but for me, that quest is just too long. Like, this one is just like the perfect amount of time. comparatively, where everything is just like quick resets, easy to get a groove. Color Rum's more of a hard commitment. There we go. This one, no. Beautiful. Player farming on Viridian. That used to be more of a thing. People would do like Skyly Viridian, for example. That's how it used to be, especially during Christmas Fiasco. People would just run Skyly, and then if it was Dwarf on Declare, they'd switch over to Viridian, but they got rid of that. So it can still happen. You'll probably see that get revived during Christmas Fiasco. But it's not, they're not like common enough to do it outside of events. But you are right. You'll probably see that on stream at some point. It's just not something I would do outside of an event, which I think is kind of the same way with Goron Detonators, where I loved that Skyly Goron Detonator had it for Anniversary, but I'm not otherwise going to hunt those. That's too crazy. We do have a free slot for anybody looking to join. Peanut butter and jelly is here. Oh, PB&J has entered the realm. I'm assuming that is DJ. I'm gonna put away this Demon Laser. It even rolled Dark, which is kind of nice. Play with DJ. Stuff away. The Walt character made last night. Nice. Good time to level some ult. Probably do that off stream at some point. Although honestly, with the RBR so good, pretty much as soon as I get a force to 80, which is what I was looking to do there, we'll end up doing that. I'd like to get my yellow Phonuman up to 80 so that way he can host it in game levels as we play. That'll be my dream. I might ask for chat's help next time we play, but for now, let's do at least some RBRs. Just because being able to host it is so strong for Force, is I don't really need stats to do this quest. It literally is chat hard carries me the game. So it's like, as long as I can get a Force here that needs XP, they can level. Which, to be fair, this character does need some experience, just I don't think he needs it as much as the others. Love that insta-kill from the team. Out team. Oh, he got frozen midair. I was wondering what happened. I'm like, where is he? Box check. Yeah, it having Dark and Machine is actually kind of nice. I could potentially use that to help finish off like an Epsilon a bit easier. I don't have my Demon Mechs on the account. Pikachu, goodbye. Otherwise, I think it doesn't take very long to pick up this quest in terms of like speed clears. The tricky part is just making sure somebody actually remembers the Ryuker. Aim on that one. Box check. Yeah, XP's pretty solid. Power material. Gotta go pick that up, even though I was in a better position earlier. least the songs are getting a little better, because I was not feeling very impressed with the early Yakuza and with No Name earlier. That's getting better. I guess because we're getting into like final boss music, it's improving. So laser gate. Yeah. Very minor time saves. Awesome, that was another PD. Got excited. While I wait, it might be relevant, question. Early on the debuff there, so I missed. Can you imagine if that was like a 65 hit caliber on it? That would have made my day. Wow, I finally get to use one of my many parasitic cheat flows. It would be nice if I can finally do something with them. I basically have one 60 hit one, and then I just want the perma ones at this point. If I could avoid doing more episode 2, I would prefer to play that way. I'm like, nah, I'm kinda good. I did my time in episode 2. Yeah, originally I just needed one more to get my set of 4, and then we just got it in one try at Anniversary, and I'm like, it's for the best. I could not imagine grinding that out during Anniversary. Kinda unfun. Feeling less congested today. Yeah, I'm trying not to hit these things, because if I knock them down with Bowie, it won't be a waste of time. If I see them already falling, I'll interfere. Oh, they're done. To try to save the team there. Good job, team. Yeah, this quest is super good for, going back to the original topic. It's very good for Lame to Argent. You get B101, you get decent pattern, not amazing. You're not gonna get like 100 hits here. But you get enough. You might get some 50 weapons in there. I would have preferred this to be deeper in mines, but it is what it is. There we go. Make them all jump in. Just make sure to group up. Come closer, peanut butter and jelly. When you see those group of 4, everybody hugs. It makes Retract's job ultra easy, which I'm sure Retract is happy about. Just one freeze trap to deal with all 4 of them. So nasty. Ooh, I like the shadow on the face. Nice touch. That time I can finish them off. Confident. This run just goes so fast with the good squad. There we go. What an easy fruit. And the next group falls exactly where the other one is, so we'll just not really need to move. But then maybe not just get hit immediately. Otherwise, yeah, just a kind of fun quest to learn. Like little mini knowledge checks, but they're not like absolutely gonna deck you for not knowing to do that. It's an importance for why I like this episode more than episode 2 in general. Yeah, I kind of wish the elemental flowers just did elemental damage and ultimate. It's so sad. Like, they took out their unique gimmick of, like, what, you know, you could color match them and figure out, you know, what they're gonna do. It's like, now just make them insta-kill and just be ultra annoying. And make them shoot faster, too. There's even less counterplay. Like, cool. What an awful idea. I think I would have been less annoyed if it was EDK you could actually resist. Like, it could be higher than 100. It could be, like, 120 or something. So that way, you could still technically resist it, but can't be immune. I think that would have been an okay trade-off. I could have lived with that. Yeah, we're talking about the elemental murder flowers in episode 2. Disappointing that they just shoot insta-death balls of high velocity versus elemental damage. Uh-oh, Fulcrum's getting pizza. It sounds like Fulcrum might be tagging out for a run or two, based off of that comment. If you need time to eat Fulcrum, it's fine. I'll be playing for at least another 2.5 to 3 hours. Take a little break, about 40 minutes plus. But for now, we'll grind it. I was like, I'm not dealing with those. Out of here, random enemies. Box check? A Scion mag. I guess I could go pick up a mag for somebody. I help all of our mag raisers out here. Just let me know, team, if you would be interested. I'm not charging, I'll just give them to you. I'm not interested in mag racing, it's just more to help offset costs. Mag with not set color. Yeah, maybe it was a custom color not quite registered properly. Yeah, I was gonna say, it sounds like the item reader is not set up properly. If you drop it on the floor, confirm. I'll tell you what it looks like online. Yeah, that's Chartreuse, I think. So, probably custom color. I was so hungry, chat, after batting Fidos. That food was gone, like, instantly. Actually gone. It's free. On 20, I should probably pick that up. I have a lot of Hunu rolls that don't have Protect still. I exploded. Though I did like the hang time Sinnoh just then. I was little feet dangling. Just shot him. A really messed up version of a pinata. More enemies. There we go. We're up a level more. Already up 3 level. Go box check. Have fun. Power material. Probably want that. I'm like, it's probably worth picking up. I have a lot of hunters I need to feed. Photon drop, nice. Multi-kill, love to see it. 420s you can pick up. Where is that at? Ooh, right here might be. Never mind. That answers that question. I love that spawn. That one's straight up like a, do you know how to manipulate the Sinnohs? Escape dog, guess I'll pick it up. Not that I'm in much danger here. Any claims yet? We've only been playing for like 25 minutes. So, usually takes, as I said before, closer to an hour, hour and a half. There we go. We're still pretty early in our journey. Probably around like 3:30, 3:50, somebody might see one. Although we've been getting kind of lucky, so who knows, maybe we'll see one in 20 minutes. Oh, you gave away one with machine? Oh, I guess you already have your machine one out of the way. Still unlocking lanes for other people, which reminds me, there was a new player that was looking to get a lane unsealed in regards to, like, if you just wanted an all-0 one, for example, I'm just going to give it away for like 2 PDs, a fully unlocked X-Scout. I do not mind unsealing it. Oh, maybe Crimson picked it up? I thought you were just showing it off before on the floor. I didn't realize somebody else picked it up yesterday. I'm gonna go put away some items. I think for this run I can safely put away some Verges so I can hold for items. Need any of these for the run. Okay. The Fulcrum's gonna step out for a little bit of time at least to eat. Oh, we do have an opening yet again. Somebody's good. Otherwise, we will continue. I guess I might as well check for guns here. I'm already here. Oh, charge arm, but not the right other variant. So I'll probably make a game, switch the song. Did I talk to him? I just handed it. Ah, dude, I gotta talk to him. DC's right there. We'll wait a minute or two. Start up again. Nice to be able to sort my inventory without freaking out over Cycle 1. We'll give chat a minute or so to join, otherwise we'll continue. Oh, I'm not hunting Psycho Wand anymore. That's one of those items I've given up. I'll humor chat if I see Mill Lily, but PW3, nope. Not doing those. That ship has sailed, chat. Sadly one of those items where it doesn't really matter what its attributes are, so for me I'd rather pay straight up and not Psycho Wand. It's actually genuinely not worth my time to do. Because I'll put it this way, somebody was selling one for I think somewhere between 200 and 200. They were doing some kind of like combo deal with that and Steel J-Sword, and I was like, either I could hunt Psycho 1 for a week and get nothing, and get, like, no PDs, or I could level other characters, and also still gain 200 PDs via trades by playing very hard mode. So, when I put the math on the table, I was like, yeah. So I contemplated if I wanted to buy those, by the way. I don't remember if the deal is still up. If it's still there, I might take it up. Let's get another Steel J-Sword out of the way. I'm up to like what, 470-ish PP with all the accounts. If you had the money, I'd probably just buy Heaven Punisher. Heaven Punisher I don't see for sale as often, where like people will genuinely just get rid of SJS and Psycho 1 all the time. People, when I do see Heaven Punisher sold, they usually have to make you pay for like the Divine Filter. Instead of getting like a 375 deal, it's like 500 plus PDs, and I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. interested in that. I was laughing because I was seeing I was seeing some scorching hot takes again on one of my now it's becoming my frequent go-to forum posts on Ephinea. The chat reading any of that interesting hot stuff that was yesterday's forum post. I think my favorite one that somebody put in, I don't think was trolling. Oh, team, you can probably just rebuke her, yeah. Was they were genuinely advocating for the removal of shared drops. That adding shared drops, or individual drops, excuse me, inverse that statement. That having individual drops for each player was what ruined quests in PSO. Yeah, and the multiplayer quest in single player. Oh my gosh, it was a scorcher. That was such a scorcher, chat. Let me tell you. What a terrible take. I really honestly contemplated responding to it when I read it this morning. Preheat all winter hot tier. It was like, ooh. But somebody already replied. I think I saw it might have been Ade or somebody. Yeah, I was like, I don't think I really want to go back to or experience, I should say more accurately, everybody standing near where Red Ring should drop and everybody fighting for Red Ring, or Parasitic Gene Flow in the same way. Like, get that nonsense out of here. I'm okay with having, like, an alternative to the drop system. Like, if they want to say every player literally gets the same item, so everybody wins or fails collectively, I'm okay with that as, like, an experimental drop. But to say that we should all share drops, like we're doing challenge mode, is, ooh. Not something I ever want to go back to. It's like under the surface of the sun. It was very interesting. I'm telling you. See, this is why I get concerned. So when we talk about listen to the community, it'd be like, don't listen to those people. Like, you just gotta take it with a grain of salt sometimes. Where I'm like, no, that there was just actual nonsense level takes. Again, it's like kind of like, to me, it's like super rose-tinted glasses. Like, the whole planet is pink level of rose-tinted glasses. Where there's some kind of obsession with the GameCube and Dreamcast era of things. I'm like, I don't really want to go back to those. Whatever, beer and Catan. Have fun, Fulcrum. Enjoy settling the Catan out there. So we have a confirmed perma open spot if somebody wants to hop in for some RBR. Yeah, I was reading that this morning and it was like, whew. The word of Value City is spreading. Is it because I bannered yesterday? I was talking to someone who is a stream watcher who knew about it. Oh no. Yeah, darn right they saw it. Oh, I bannered in very hard mode. Yeah. I literally put Zig MA4C. Or Zig VH MA4C. Oh, it was so funny. Everyone's watching their opinions except for that one. They're welcome to their opinions, but that doesn't make them right. That should be the statement. You can say whatever you want. We just be like, okay. That's kind of like the, what is it, the image of the okay grandma kind of thing. Like, okay. Okay, granddad. Like, just take your medicine, it'll be fine. Well, that's good. I'm glad people are learning about Very Hard. I did post it like in a few different forums, so in my defense, I did try to advocate for it because somebody was asking the other day about, you know, the best way to get PDs, and I'm like, it's very hard mode. I don't even think it's a contest. Either literally PDs, it's still very hard mode, or trade value. It's a bit more arguable with Ultimate, but still, I think goes to very hard mode. Like, shy of you literally getting an Uber during an event, I don't think a lot really can with it. Outside of maybe, like, Forest, Herp, or something, maybe, might compete with it on Ultimate. Otherwise, it's like, just doing casual episode 4 runs aren't really going to do that either. Do some, like, crazy, insane Heaven Striker reset runs or something to compete. Remember, members are in touch with their own wrong opinions? Yeah, pretty much. But that's good, because I think people are finally starting to, like, gear up. Because I saw a lot of people asking for mine materials the other day, and as I said before, people were messaging me. And I'm like, sorry. I'm literally making an account of 32 forces. And I did use up most of my spare materials. If chat is, like, really desperate for materials, I'll still help you. Don't get me wrong. But at this point, I'm not really doing free trades with people that aren't in chat. I'm just not interested in helping the people that I don't know will be long-term and or will not be part of the community kind of things at this point. So I'd rather do in Discord trading with our group at this point. Unless it's like something people might not need, like Heaven Striker codes or something. Those I don't care about. This is a actually honestly shocking number of photon drops I've acquired. I don't think it's been an hour and I'm up 2. How unusual. I mean, like, I guess it's technically drop rate boosted. I do joke that it's like one per hour ultimate is the steady rate. I remember talking about that. But in general, I think just the speed of the clear plus the drop rate bonus has been really good to us. So, like, I think it is almost competitive with very hard mode right now. It needed a full RBR boost. Okay, so we have a free slot for anybody that would like to join. Could open for a minute or so. Let me see if I can open the forum. Let me just read some of the comments that were there. There were some scorchers in there. Oh, looks like Antares has joined us. If found their thing multiplayer quest and one player mode is a bad thing, yeah. Oh, the hot takes are more on the shorter side. I pretty much read them out. I thought they were a bit longer. Run the same quest at 1/4 the efficiency, yeah, pretty much. It's like, I don't know. Some people just have very out there opinions. I like to think I'm mostly grounded. I'm at least willing to change opinion. If I hear the facts presented, I'm willing to have my mind changed on it. Netharius has been very good at laying out some facts on a couple issues, and we're gonna give shout outs to Netharius on that one. Where I'm like, oh yeah, that is interesting. And I've rethought a couple of quests based off our conversations. We should be able to have 2 platings. Oh no. Well, it's definitely good to, you know, try to keep it honest, as it were. And I do try to reach out for chat opinions, especially on, like, quests, because those are a little bit subjective. Like, technically, there's factual data that can drive the opinion, you know, in terms of, like, what items you could get in the hunt, or, like, what constitutes fun. Where it's one of those ones where, like, even if there's a lot of enemies in it, I have my own personal quest fatigue, so I just don't like feeling trapped in a quest for, like, 20 minutes. Or I don't mind doing, like, these, you know, 8-9 minute runs with the team. Let's go super fast, super smooth. Yeah, retract. We were looking for. I was also thinking of you both from the post, but also from us looking for to see if there was a Dubwitch switch or whatever they're called in the Xrd Mines path. I did not find any. 30 minutes is considered a long quest. I forget what thread that is, but yes. Okay, Ender confirmed. Okay, I dived through the walls just to triple check. That's such a shame. Yeah, I wish the mines drops were. I wish mines was a bit more balanced. Like, the bad path never leads to bonus room, as far as I can tell, which I feel like is a programming error. Because why would you have a path that could never go to the right one? Where that's the only one that does that, as far as I'm aware. Where the mine boss just kind of sucks. Yeah, we're talking Xrd. I have never seen the bad path of dub chicks ever go there. Mines feels rarer than Ruin. Nah, they feel the same to me. They feel very 50-50. I don't think they're even weighted differently. Cryptarius. Yeah, so I have literally never seen it do it. So either I am the most unlucky person ever, and I have done that room more than 15 times in a row and never ever seen it. Like, statistically should be impossible levels, or it's just not programmed to go to the secret room. You get the Dubwitch room. If I get the other one, it's like I could still get the boss. Yeah, I know the Guild Chick room isn't the secret route. I just mean, like, it can't go to the secret route is my problem with it. So you do that, like, super boring Dub Chick Hill room, and then it always leads to the mine boss, which sucks. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It feels terrible. Just like, what a waste of time. So there's, like, no motivation to clear it. As soon as you see the Dubwitch, you just log out, because you just know it's not going to bother taking you there. No, the other route isn't guaranteed. I thought it was. It's not. I wish it was. But I've definitely gotten the Red Sinnoh room and unfortunately gone to the boss. I was very disappointed when that happened. As you can imagine, I was very disappointed. Yeah, I got very upset. I was like, man, I don't want to go there. So sad. I don't know if that one's weighted differently. I feel like it usually goes there, but it happens, like, if I go there, like, 10 times, I'll probably get the boss 2 or 3. But again, it might just be sample size there. But it's made me sad every time. Because I think what can happen is the door at the very end could go up or down. And if it goes up, I think it's the boss. And if it goes down, I think it's the real room. I could be misremembering that small portion of the hallway, but I know I've been mixed by that on chat on stream before, which makes me very sad. So I don't feel like resetting Xrd anymore to see if I was just that insanely unlucky. These dub chicks take like 30 years to kill, are not worth our time. Just the power material back on that S-shaped room. Oh well. Yeah, it makes me a bit sad. But I'm thinking about how much more unfun it would be. Like, if we went back to, like, even playing stuff like Xrd, where, like, just everybody just suddenly doesn't share loot. Or everybody is forced to share loot, I mean. How unfun that would be. There'd be players genuinely trying to clear the quest, and, like, other people would just walk around just gobbling all the items. Nom 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 nom, photon drop, nom 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 nom. Like, could you imagine? Like, you spend like an hour plus playing with somebody, and you have to share the one photon drop of ultimate? I am not going back to that. Wrong, Rangers go all melee? You're not wrong. Oops, I got knocked down. of makes me sad. I guess at some point I should probably unseal my CLJ sword. Thought about if I wanted to use it in order to try to use Hell with it, and then I'm like, no, I tried it a little bit. It wasn't as fun as I thought it would be. I think it needs much higher hit to be more useful on very hard. 15 hit, min hit was just not doing it for me on the CLJ sword. So we'll see if we can slip in some of those kinds of runs and go through Anniversary. And fortunately, do not have to share our CLJ sword drop with each other. I could not imagine hunting Ubers that we also share. I would be so tilted. Just playing like public games and like Joe Schmo level 80 walks up, actually takes your frozen shooter like 40 hit. Be like actually mad. That would be like uninstall the game levels of annoyance. Never play public games ever again. Move the song forward. I thought I saw one more hot take in the thread, but I didn't see who said it, so I'm gonna rewind a bit. It's our Uber? Yeah, pretty much. Like, you get it on weekends. Dango gets it Monday and Tuesdays. Forward. Here. I'll read out a take. I'll read out one of the other takes that was there. So I just wanted to line it up so that way I could play and also do this. I'll just read the thread. I'm not going to say who said it, but I'll just read through. I'll read through the first statement and then the reply. First statement. Being able to play multiplayer quests in solo mode seems a lot more damaging to the game than this. Reply. Was looking at some older posts here, and the reason this is, apparently, because the PSO2 drop system implemented here. The PSO2 drop system is incredibly OP, going by vanilla standards of the game. Once it got added, it became quickly apparent it would cause a huge imbalance in favor of multi-mode play. Oh no, the MMO game encourages people to play multiplayer? Whoa! What a shocker on that one, chat. Anyway, let's continue reading the comment. If you're going to suggest removing multi-mode from one player mode, I'd also be looking at removing the entire PSO2 drop system altogether to keep the balance in check right now. You have a more or less stable balance between solo mode and multi-mode games, only because the multi-mode quests were added to one player mode. Solo mode game... Oh, I'm not going to walk into that. Solo mode games would be non-existent if this were removed, which I'm against, as some players are just... I'm assuming that's supposed to be recluses. Don't like interactions with others. It shouldn't be condemned if that is how they want to play, and shouldn't be penalized for it. There's some interesting takes on this thread, chat, I swear. I'll read another reply, a reply to whatever you want to call that. So you're saying, bring back drop camping from bosses with people micro-inputting to get the drop first frame? I'm good, LOL. Adding to the pseudo-sarcasm aside, we got rid of regular drops for a reason. You heard me, my proximity, the take was so hot. I'm sorry. Should have worn some oven mitts. Maybe a fireproof suit as well. Might have needed it. So they're getting sassed already, so I don't feel a need to add it. It's not even a hot take, it's just bad. Well, burn take over instead of well done or rare take, just crispy. So I promise you these are real things in the forum. That's why I wanted to read a few of them. I was like, I remember seeing some pretty weird stuff in there in between. I don't know how that deviated. That apparently stemmed from the whole conversation of CCC got nerfed. Rip CCC. Recipe CCC, you got murdered. So the CCC copium thread has spawned some very interesting comments in it. See if there's any other funny replies. People asking MAS got removed, but I think that's sarcastic. CCC, the cancel zone, yeah. CCC is currently canceled content. It's just all gone, chat. It's over. There's some more people arguing in regards to why was CCC nerfed? They've hated CCC for a long time. It's probably the best way to frame it. They're allegedly, multiple people have said, with zero evidence, I would just like to state, that it is not related to the changes of Temple being buffed to double drop for the Halloween event. I saw that as pretty much the opposite, that they were definitely going to remove it because of how much CCC was run during Halloween. Based off of the fact that those figures were literally provided by the admins in the Discord, I would like to state, when this topic came up, so that would tell me that's what their intent was, or else why would they show that? But it's one of those things where a lot of people just don't play it to completion. Like, it had, like, single digit or less clear on most difficulties. People would not bother completing it. They do it for the resets. But I would also kind of argue to some extent, like, I think CC's probably a more extreme version of this. But I think there's a lot of quests that just aren't fun to do all the way through, that people play. I wouldn't necessarily remove them. Yeah. It's like Fragment of a Memory. I like that quest. I don't like Ruins 3 of that quest. But that doesn't mean I think we should have it removed, kind of thing. Although I'm all for removing Line Offensive. If that quest disappears one day, I'll be like, oh no, it's so sad. Anyway. Just put in another quest with a decent Baran's count. Some Guild Chicks, some Sinnoh Reds. And we're happy. Yeah, part of it is like, apparently way back when it used to have super drops when you completed the quest. Was my takeaway from what people were commenting on. So completing the quests used to give you, allegedly, things like Holy Ray with high hit, Iska Brave Man with high hit, etc. Yeah. That's definitely balanced for other custom servers, but not this one. That was my takeaway from what they were talking about. That they should have done the custom quest rewards, but instead they turned it off. The quest reward, not the actual drops. Then they eventually got rid of the drops as well. But anyway. Rip CCC. I think the thing is that Anniversary was too strong, so they decided to nerf Temple. I think that should be the real takeaway. That's my canon timeline reason why CCC was nerfed. It's because Anniversary had too many good things. Like, wait, people are playing Temple? It's fine as is, chat. Nerf it. Nerf it. Anyway, I think that covered pretty much the hot takes there. The other one was just a very short hot take. Why is my item space so... Yeah. See, it's one of those things where, like, you can argue enemy counts with the temple quests thing with Anniversary. I just wish more of the temple quests flowed, specifically flowed, like the MAE quest, where you're not doing, like, stupid mazes, like, every 5 minutes. And it was just, like, you had, like, little laser gate shortcuts. Crazy. Yeah. Like, if they had moved it literally as is, 1-to-1, it would have been the #1 hunt for everything. And, like, I see that argument. And it's like, I view that more of like a... It's because temple quests are kind of bad. Like, they're bad for hunting things. They can be fun in other ways, but... It's like, if you're competing with like a 14 enemy quest... Like, isn't the problem, like, just temple has bad options? And I think it's okay to compare it to episode 1. You don't even have to go to Terrell's Ego. I mean, like, every massive attack there, if you're looking for, like, lilies or other things like that, there's, like, 70 plus of an enemy to hunt in there. So there's, like, 45 plus. Even stuff like episode 4 is crazy stuff. There's not nearly enough aesthetic mods in this game. They wanted to do armor mods at some point. I don't know if they'll do that at some point. You can mod your own client, that's also true. For me, I don't care about aesthetics at all. You can insert the meme about everything being functions. 'Cause that's all these characters are for the most part for me. I get to be amused at their color patterns every now and then, but that's about it. Box chair? It's like, do I prefer my characters to be neon colors? No. Do I care about some of the outfit choices? Not really. Do I think some characters have worse character outfits than others? Absolutely. I'm looking at the weird Wicked Witch of the West stockings or whatever's happening with this character. Character's outfit is a confusing mess. Like, can you imagine if PrometheanInc could go somewhere without the clown shoes? Possible. Oh my gosh, my first Cure Shock in Mines, I think, of the year. There's no reason it should be that rare. I've just like to state, I've gotten like 7 lanes before a Cure Shock. Well, I now need like 31 more, so that's a start. It's a couple more. Oh man. Just like Cure Confused on Xrd. I think I've gotten 1 Cure Confused this year. It's so sad. We'll get there eventually. Yeah, I mean, like, I I think this quest is a good example for, like, retract for future enemy density. I like how they're, like, almost every room has multiple spawns. They are not necessarily, like big in number, but it feels like if you're in a small room, you have 2 spawns. If you're in a big room, you have, like, 4 spawns. If you're in a really big room, it's, like, 6 spawns. So, like, if you divide this one into 3 rooms, it follows kind of like the 2 spawn philosophy, where this one follows like a 4 spawn philosophy, roughly. And then they kind of isolate some annoying targets to let you get grouped into the room here. Kind of nice. So it's like, I wish more quests were like this, where there's just like a lot of things to do together. So it's like, it just feels terrible when we're going through hallways that are like 2 to 3 times as long as this one. And then we just go into like a single room kill, and then we gotta move again. And I'm like, what a waste of movement. Wow. I think Ultimate is trying to ask for forgiveness from me, chat. I'm not gonna forgive it. Yeah, the episode 4 one, like, I'll do it for chat, but I wrote that under my, from what I remember not recommending it, because it was just, like, a lot of empty movement. I think that's kind of a problem with a lot of the blue Astark quests in general in episode 4, is there's just a lot of dead room, where all they had to do was just let you do stuff on the way there. No, it's not Walk-in Limits. I think it's new Mop-Up Operation 1, which has, like, 22 Astarks, I want to say offhand. We're testing my game knowledge. But it's one of those ones where it's like, I'll do the quest every, like, a couple times with the group, but I wouldn't be able to run it like this one, where I just like how this one is there. 22 is correct. Nice. Look at me. See, I swear I was trying to study up for the quest video. It's not just words. I swear I'm actually doing stuff for it. There we go. I was trying to double check where some of these things could be used for, like, optional hunts. Did I make a question? It's okay. I think it's 22. It's not like the 50 plus war limits one, aka the, it sounds like really good number, and then you play it and you're like, oh my gosh, this is so boring. This quest is so much downtime. Let's go, like, through this long hallway, fight 2 waves, that it's like, oh, it's the worst feeling. But, like, see, even, like, a small room like this is getting, like, this room I would consider extra stuff. It's like a double stuffed Oreo, this room. Like, you have way more enemies than I would expect in this kind of room. But see how it's kind of following the philosophy of generally, like, 2 in small rooms, 4 in large rooms, 6 in very large rooms. As they kind of split it up, like, each of the areas is 2 per area. So I would expect about, like, 4 in this room. With I think there being an exception for finale room. Like, a finale room should always have at least 2 more waves than any other room. So you could treat it like a super large room, or a room beyond that. So if you want to do, like, 6 to 8 waves right at the end, that's also fine. Because that's how you make a quest finale feel good. Where you can just feel, like, all the enemy density right at the end. Kind of tailor some of the more interesting enemy hunts to be there. So I think this one follows like I wasn't counting, at least a 6-wave philosophy. Even just kind of like the one of fun of, where it's like we get 1 more wave on top of that. That's how it, like, delivers it. So if we were to try to explain why we find certain quests satisfying, I really like this one for the way you can manipulate the Sinnohs pretty easily. And just the way it tends to follow that 2-4-6 philosophy. And granted, not every room has to be perfect with it, like, not every mini hallway has stuff in it, but then they put traps in it, or they do something to make it not as boring, or to justify having certain abilities. Personally, I prefer to see boxes if you have a longer hallway. Just put your boxes on the way through. That way you have something to do, and it takes off the edge of how boring it is walking those hallways. If you're not going to put enemies there, just put something there. Welcome, Nemu. Hope you're doing well. Advance the song. Although we're almost at the end of the playlist. Already level 96. Quite a few levels for the brand new Ramaro. Fun, just getting easier and easier. Yeah, just find yourself counting it. That would be my recommendation for whenever you feel like a room is good. See how they kind of mix like a mini boss in, or even though like some of the difficulty is lower initially. Like again, small room, 2 waves. You see what I mean? Like it follows it pretty tightly. Nobody went first. That was funny. But I think that helps isolate why we enjoy certain quests over others. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, so we technically killed 1 wave in the big room here. This one, to buy time for the other one, puts 3 here, which is interesting. It's just kind of a solid play here. If anyone has last Swan for sale, I'm buying. I think there were a couple people selling and scored, nothing else. It's a solid gun. It's not like a game changer if you're using Sphere stuff, but it feels pretty good on Hukasil and Uniworld. Oh, my bad. I went to the center of the room to heal. I didn't think chat was going to kill that quickly. Not bad. It's one of those ones where it's like crazy. I'm gonna grab one of these. It's one of those ones where it can be solid. It's like if you're not using Charge Vulcan and you're just purely using Vulcans for damage, for example, it'll outdamage it. Is it gonna outdamage Charge Vulcan? No. Is it faster? Does it have more niche uses because it's faster? Yes. So it's just like probably like a triple strength Vulcan. So it can make up for like maybe 1 set of specials, but not like special, for example. It does have a downside of being kind of bad against traps. For Hukasil, it's amazing just to help with one-tapping stuff, falls. Speaking of things I'd wish to improve Episode 2, could you imagine if they allowed Last Swan with hit percentage? You finally get a dual bird with hit percentage. Maybe it would actually be fun to use. That'd be the dream, chat. Man, if they finally do drop track chains, so they should. And leave out Last Swan, maybe. Honestly, I think I would rather see that there than Frozen Shooter. I don't think Frozen Shooter needs to be in every area. I think what they should do is fix Purple. Purple ID spaceship needs such a big fix-up. I don't like Frozen Shooter being locked behind tours. Maybe. It'd be funny if they put Frozen Shooter on a Soul Dragon, though. That to me would be very funny. I'm not going to lie. Because there is absolutely no reason to fight that boss right now. Boss is actually just a pointless waste of time. I still think Purple ID spaceship should have Vice. I don't think that's a hot take. It's like one of the only areas that doesn't have a Vice. It's wild. I know it's called Gold Dragon in Ultimate. I don't know if it's called Sill or if Sill's the name of the Frost Dragon in episode 1. I don't remember. I fought Spaceship Dragon so few times, I have no idea in Ultimate. I think I could genuinely say I've probably fought that boss less than 10 times in Ultimate. Genuinely only see it during, like, RT. Like, yeah, if I see it more than 10 times a year, it'd be a shocker. This year, I don't even think it was 10 times. I think I've seen it maybe 4. There we go, we got the clarity from chat. It's like, I like the idea of Viridia having, or like a couple episodes having like a good, you know, Frozen Shooter in episode 2. I'm not opposed to that idea. I just hate that there's like literally nothing else to go with it. So like, you'll never want to do like a spaceship temple run because no ID generally wants to be both temple and spaceship. And then on top of that, it's just like, none of the other items are anywhere worth it. Even removing stuff like Terrell's Ego, I would still do Forest over doing episode 2. It makes me so sad. They would have to depower Forest so much in order for me to consider doing episode 2 Frozen Shooter. They better not remove Terrell's Ego. People have been pushing for it, unfortunately. Yeah. I think I'm open to Frozen Shooter being on a non-rare enemy. I'm also okay with Frozen Shooter being on a boss for 1 ID or something. I'm okay with that too. Okay, let's do 3 more runs. And we'll switch it up a little. I feel like we've gone a little over an hour so far. A little teeny bit over. What's the hot take for why Terrell's Ego should be removed? It is one of the fastest checks in the game when playing multiplayer. Nothing else even really comes close to how fast you can check it in multi. Even in single player, it's really good. sets an awful precedent. I mean, that's why they're probably going to remove Pearl's Ego at some point. So, enjoy it, air quotes, while it lasts, question mark. Oh, oops. I paused by accident. My fault. I mean, I don't think they're ever going to get rid of Heaven Punisher. I mean, to be honest with you, that's not why they're going to remove it. If they're removing it, it's for Frozen Shooter. People that, like, bellyache over Heaven Punisher not belonging there, that's how it was originally. Yeah, I was going to say, no, I don't think anybody cares that it's there. I find it sad when people hunt it over the other options, but it is what it is. Yeah. It's more like purple and white ID in particular are particularly egregious. Just because like it has a lot of items which I'm not opposed to beginners having access to in Forest. You know, them being able to get stuff like Heavenly Arms is kind of critical for them to actually beat stuff. But it's like, ooh. But getting like an Uber and Frozen Shooter and units is like kind of like, really? Did we not? Like, Blue ID, you get to do 2 Ubers and you get nothing else. That is the most feast or famine run you are ever really going to get in Forest. Or Aran ID, where it's legitimately only Syncesta. Aran is so terrible. You know, White ID, getting, you know, your red handguns, your red sabers, and all these other things, which helps you with the TTF run. Yeah, Disco Brave Man from Monists. Yeah, White ID is overloaded there for sure. It's funny seeing Purple getting like Heavenly Arms, Lava's Cannon, Frozen Shooter. Yeah. So it's like, for me, it's just more, it's more like really specific IDs. I don't even think most IDs are like insane there. Are you gonna tell me Viridian is hot stuff in Forest? Do you think people care about Red Forest? Definitely nobody complains about Arden Forest as being overpowered. They are, they're huffing some strong stuff. I can't even name another item other than Syncesta there. It's like one of the reasons where I was like, why would I ever do Syncesta runs? With like half of these areas that Arden can go in if they're so terrible. Viridian is nice for TTF Forest, yeah. It's like I said, like, it could be at least niche. I respect it being, like, good in a couple of quests, but not good in most. That's where I kind of like Sky ID, where the more they have these, like, Omnispawn quests, the stronger Sky ID gets. But, like, would I do a Sky ID run by itself a majority of the time? Probably not. Unless it was, like, honestly Seal J-Sword Heaven Punisher. I would probably not do the run. But it's nice to be able to say, you know, we could do an AA1, and suddenly all these enemies that are normally kind of annoying to get are here for a limited time. You get to have fun with the ID. And you're like, oh, this is what it looks like when you have 1 or 2 good items per area, and they're really good. But then you have a quest that puts them all together in one thing. And I'm like, oh, okay. Honestly, it'd be really funny if they're like, we're not gonna nerf TT or Thrall's Ego. We're just gonna make it an event-only quest. That's gonna be our new Easter quest. Can you imagine? I was gonna say, so Retract, if you ever get a quest approved for next year, I really want you to please pitch an Easter quest. Please do the heart. Please do the Rappies and Lilies and like heart patterns. Oh, you do it on Seaside and everything. I can almost picture that quest as is. Have the geese come in. I'm gonna go pick up a fuchsia mag apparently. Where is this mag at? Oh, somebody just dropped it on the floor in general. Never mind. I was gonna say, I don't remember that being in a box. So yeah, we should hopefully see one in about 20 minutes. We did have a full 4-player the whole time. So that's why I was thinking if we go for at least till 3:30, we have an okay chance of seeing one on average. Done. I mean, I'm happy. I got a 55 hit in item. I got PDs, unlike most of the other times we play. I got a Cure Shot. That's like my lane to Argent, Chad. Just like the item that shouldn't be rare but is. Take some power materials as we play. Song's a little too repetitive for me. Let's listen to Yakuza music from their pirate spinoff. Easy clean. Oh, is there nothing else? The song is just whoa, whoa, followed by the loop. We might be advancing the song very soon as well. I thought the song was going somewhere, and I'm like, oh no. All it's doing. So much for songs that shouldn't be looped for 30 minutes. Wondering what I was hitting. I didn't realize it above me still. Okay, I don't know why a 15-second clip is that short. And still allowed to go into 30-minute loops. Yeah, it's literally, that is literally the whole song. It's like a 15-second loop for 30 minutes. No, thank you, please. Actually, better yet, we'll go until I level. So if it's this quest or next quest, we'll see. And if it requires 3 quests, that's also fine. Sorry about that. I was half expecting when I put that warp down that I just see retract get zipped into the other worm. Feel like, oops. Rip the track. Definitely a little quieter today compared to the other day for lanes, but that's fine. It happens. It's ultimate. Be very finicky. There we go. That time I was here. Much better. Debuff's going. Robots. I blew it. Cat froze them. I was like, Divine. Ruby mag, there we go. If you want that color, just let me know. Multiple people already coming over to the box here. There you go, nice yellow barrier. Not sure why I died blue. I'm gonna dump them on the floor. Don't mind me, just debuffing them from another room. Perfectly normal thing. contemplating what to do after this. If we want to do Exert or Random Attack, Rush 4. But I'll leave it open after we hear a few more of these. Simulator 2.0, oh no. Quest is terrible. Speaking of quests, I don't mind if they get removed from the quest server list for literally anything else. Like, listen, I'm all for having a quest with Chaos Springers, so there's a reason to bring Red ID to certain places, but I really don't want that one to be the quest to do. Like, we could do better as a society, chat. Like, we have so many talented quest creators. Could we not do that? Let's see what the chat wants. We got some levels. I need at least maybe 2 more runs before I level. I don't want to switch it up. I figured that gives everybody a pretty decent chance of getting the name. So if we complete, let's say 13 or 14 times 19 times 4, not too bad. Song forward. It's lane drop rate on yellow. It's 1070 right now if you don't have any bonuses. If you're female, it's probably like 1067. Yeah, the bottom left of my screen will tell you the base rates. But right now I can tell you it's 1070 for me because I don't hit the forecast bonus, which is currently human females. Helping. I did it. I actually killed an enemy in the quest. I did it. Look at me with my Refoe buffs, finally doing something. I am the winner. Oh, they exploded. I guess that kind of goes into the general arguments of what ID does chat view as just generally strong in episode 4, and how much is it dependent on a boss being there? Think all day. Think is pretty good. White, red, purple, blue. Then I think we'll definitely see some interesting opinion changes. Because technically what we could do is red ID Xrd. I was wondering if green for the random attack Xrd would actually be preferred over red. Like, you lose Disco Brave Man, but the trade-off is you get a chance at Galatine. Just still pretty good. So we haven't done a lot of episode 4. Because, like, it gets, like, from a standpoint of, it could technically get, like, Cannon Rouge. Once you're still hauled up outside of MAE4. Yeah, that's why I'm kind of curious. Oops. My bad. Enjoy your tall pipe. I didn't mean to cancel it earlier. It's down now, though. Yeah. Because I was thinking about, like, generically good ID to run, right? I imagine it would be a Heaven Striker ID or a Disco Braveman ID, or both. So, Xrd will always take you to a boss, but it's not guaranteed to be Conjure-You, obviously. But it's also not guaranteed to be level 1. You might get Chamberlain, you might get Saint Million. I'm definitely curious, like, if you have, like, a mix of Dwarfons and other things. Blue, white, or red for solo? I was enjoying solo Xrd blue. So if team wanted to do that, we could do that. Or chat could just help me level my red ID real quick. And then I could just start hosting all the episode 4 random attacks. It's like, you have to think of it this way. You're trading, like, V101, which is a good unit for Disco Braveman. On the off chance it doesn't have a boss, I think red is a little stronger than green. But if there's Dwarfons, it kind of goes back into it's a bit more neutral territory for green. Because if it's just, like, Babudas or something, then, like, red ID has it there. Disco Braveman hunting is so mid. It's just something you do along the way. That's what the difference is, though. Like, you hunt Heaven Striker and Disco Braveman. You're not choosing just one, and that's where the other IDs are really strong. Kind of like White ID is technically a Disco Braveman hunt in Forest, but you're not there for the Disco Braveman. It's just there because, you know, more value. Why not? So White ID having double Disco drops underground is kind of interesting to me. So I'm definitely very curious. But this category is non-rare, it's true. Yeah, it's just free value. So that's why I'm like, I don't know if the quests might actually just be good enough that I honestly can't tell. Oh, another yellow barrier. I gotta go pick that up later. So that's where I'm like, I don't want all my drops to be centered on above ground or below ground. So it'd have to be like, what would a good generalist one be? And, like, how much value would be lost if you got, like, more Crater, for example, over Desert on certain IDs? Because White ID definitely prefers Underground. No contest. It just has too many Disco chances Underground. It's too powerful. So if chat does want to do potentially Red ID, it could happen. It just means we'll have a potentially bad Saint Million, and then as long as we have a Conjure-You ID, I guess it doesn't really matter. So honestly, even doing that quest purple ID all the way through would be fine too. For solo, just doing vices and such. You lose, says I should get back on PSO, it's been a bit. This week is really good for grouping up. I highly recommend you reach out to the Discord, either in the Ephinea server or our server. Just get some runs together with RBR. Although we're almost done with this RBR. Once I level up, we're going to switch over. I might ask chat to humor me briefly, so we can do some episode 4. What level is my red? Like 71, 72. I just need help taking them into ultimate. They're not that far off. Yeah. Oh, that was your lame. Oh no. We talked about that on stream a while back. Where getting a Mazer is like getting the wrong lame. Like, oh no, it's like the same drop rate pretty much. It's so bad when you get it. So sad. It's even more rare than lame is in the hunt too. It's the sad part. So we'll do at least one more. I haven't leveled yet. Dry day. Didn't you get like a bajillion PDs? What do you mean? Aren't you up like 3 PDs in an hour? Question mark? I gotta put away the barriers and the cure shots. And the mags. And the bajillions of power materials. Oh, only 1 PD for you? Oh, maybe that makes sense. Put these away. There's my need to sleep soon. That's unfortunate. I can tell you I'm not gonna be on like super long. Just had a long stream into. But we'll play a little bit. Already level 100, nice. Song up one. Hopefully this will be the one that levels me. We'll play a little bit of very hard mode, and then we'll probably just end on ultimate, doing some runs. Depending on who's free. So depending on what ID we want to run it on, I can host. I'm thinking we might do new mop-up 3 just to level me underground, rather than massive attack. Red ID's strength is that it loves Goron detonators. And since there's no Marissa's underground, Blue ID is very in that quest. Even Yellow ID, I think, is a little stronger than Blue ID there. Let's not cancel my Ryuger this time. That way we could get Visca, Terrell Parasol. We missed out on Photon Crystals, but I don't think that super matters. We're not going to be there very long. Since it is new mop-up 3, it should be insane XP. Need so many Photon Crystals. Why? What are you looking to do with them? Like full set of Burans or something? I mean, if you're truly desperate for them, just let me know. Burans and some Bringers, that's fair. I'm gonna start walking away. Yeah, I think I'm sitting on like 240 or so, maybe 235. I have a solid stack of 200 just on this account. Oh yeah, I played a lot of very hard mode. It's like, I'm ready for it. I technically need to create one more Barans, I think. Because I need to do a Machine Dark Barans at some point. After that, I don't really have a purpose for them unless I'm making Warbringer rifles. Or I'm really, really desperate for Last Swan or something. Yeah, we're talking about to acquire it, yeah. I do need a lot of... I need, like, an unfathomable amount of smart links, number one. You have to think about it, Chad. I have to gear up an entire set of hunters and forces. That's 64 smart links I have to acquire somehow. Am I in a rush to get them? No. And that's why I'd rather keep the PDs loose. I might, you know, if it's somebody in chat that's selling them, I would probably just buy it from them to help them with their purchases to keep it fluid. But yeah. 104 CC. Yeah, exactly. So sad. Yeah, we could potentially host it on Red ID, so for Xrd. Does it mean, like, if it goes a lot of surface, then that's just a lot of extra cannon reach, and also extra chances at, no, that's pretty much it. Underground obviously gets Heaven Striker. Not a big fan of the boss drop on Red ID. That's like the only downside, I would say. But if we wanted to, I could always sub out if it's Conryu team. Maybe. I would rather team bring their powerhouses. Yeah, Red gets ability units, but I don't really find them useful. I genuinely don't need them. I have like infinite. Just, I think I'm sitting on like 11 Centurions or something. I genuinely don't need more. Even my ult accounts already have them. I used to do a lot of, I guess green ID runs back in the day before I switched over my mag colors. Now my green ID force is a red ID force. Chat is welcome to level whoever they want there. I just know for very hard, I just need to get a little bit of levels while we're here. You new mop up 3 for fastest XP in a group. I mean, technically you could still do massive attack C if you wanted to. We'll get plenty of chances of that while leveling through like characters. I'm not really worried about that. So I think this will be the last RBR we do for the okay, at least for me. I don't intend on playing this later today. I'm so close to leveling. Got a ton of XP. There we go. There's the level up. Getting closer and closer to happen. There we go. Retract got another DD. Did it, retract. Exploded. Okay. I'm gonna switch over to very hard mode. If chat wants to level somebody in between there, that's also fine. Get some rusted areas. If there's somebody that wants to hop in, let us know. Quick swap here. That's up to you, Retract. I'm either gonna host on red and we'll do new mop up 3. I mean, technically you could host it on blue as well if you really wanted to. It's either MA4C or NA or new mop up 3. New mop up 3 is faster. Oh, I thought it was 71. My bad, I'm still 70. I misread something earlier. Either way, it's not that far off. Like halfway there. My stuff. Just make sure I can have my items in here. I'll host. I'd like to not walk in with literally nothing. I literally just have ad slots on this account. If this account had barely existed and it's like, yeah, here you go. A fair and normal occurrence. Oh. Oh, it got it already. I'm like, where's the other bag? Oh, did I not grab the leech? Thought I did. Apparently not. I'll buy 2 glides off of you. Gonna make some material rods, or if you really want to. I mean, I have a couple. I'm just saying, those are things I collect over time. I mean, there'll just be 1 PD each, so whenever you want to make the trade. Otherwise, I'll keep playing Pink ID at some point. Okay, looks like it's just the 3 of us. Decided to put on heavenly HP, so I survive a little longer here. There we go. So you're giving me 3? I didn't pick up 3. I was gonna say I only took in 2. You need a third. How many did you... I'm not giving you all of them. I do still need a handful. Oh, you meant 2. Okay. I was just slightly confused. Okay. Alright. Have fun with the Mercurial Rod. I'll be doing more Pink ID at some point, or technically doing more boss runs, since one of the IDs in very hard mode gets Glide Divine. Oh, chat, I actually got rid of so many HP materials, I think I might actually be out of stacks. I want you to know, there are some big sales. Jabrito says Fat Phone always makes you laugh. Welcome. Characters at Ultimate this weekend. I mean, did you just want to join in and get some XP? We're doing very hard mode at the moment. Chad, I just want to point out, life is unfair. Chad, why don't we play Ultimate? What was that, like 5 minutes? Not even? Crazy. And then debuff them so I don't die. That would be my preference in this scenario. Although they have so many fire boosts, it's just genuinely not worth my time bartering for birds. Oh, I forgot my setup is different in this controller. Oh, that confused me so much. I was like, wait a minute, that's not the spell I wanted. That's right. Gotta hit this button for Gazan. I am so sad. I am so sad I went to Razand, but I picked up the setup. That is so sad. I told myself on that one. That wasn't even 100% my fault. It was sad. gonna say, chat already getting more value so far playing very hard mode. Just very hard mode, doesn't matter what quests you run, always more value than ultimate. Until you get that Uber and ultimate, it's not worth it. They're just getting absolute fraud. I like that this doesn't even have any RBR bonuses in chat, so we're getting the casual 1 in 2,000s. We go to play a 1 in 1,000 on ultimate, can't get it. Make that make sense, chat. Just actual disrespectful drop rates right now. They're like, aren't photon drops 1 in 1,000 or worse on very hard mode compared to ultimate? I'm like, you wouldn't know that viewing the drops of photon drops in our runs. I think it'd be reversed. Yeah, see stuff like this, River Track? Don't do this. Don't put these rooms in your quest where we don't do anything. Put something in there. Never make us do that in your quest. I like this quest, but man, that series of rooms is so nonsensical. Where's your favorite part? Hope not. I love that walking towards the Goron makes him miss you. So cool. You work in such strange and mysterious ways. Oh, I should probably Kavoe stack. Oh, I don't have Kavoe merc. Well, stacking time. Oh no, they can knock me down in multiplayer? Oh, that sucks. That sucks. The reason I stack here is just because there's so many waves that just spawn here. Instantly die. Bowie there. Ooh, we're track going for the items? Must be something he wants over there. I don't know why else he would go that way. Exploring over there. Or somebody exploring. Never mind. There we go. I'll put down the team. So sad that knocks me down. Also need about 10 limiters, only 10. Oh no, it's definitely pattern 4 here. We're in desert. Interior crater is 333, so it should be at worst 433 if it's Subterranean 1. Don't think it is. Oh, more power materials? SD. Thanks, Raffy. I like that I'm almost about to level again. We haven't even completed the quest. The quest is so silly. Speaking of which, how much XP are we currently? Oh. Just a casual 120 plus with 3 players. Yeah, that seems fair. What a fair and balanced amount, chat. Like, I'm not even in the rune, I'm gaining XP. I have no reason to not cast Kavoe while I'm waiting. Very fun for these nice level up. are so done. Yeah, this room right here is gonna put us at like 140 plus when we're done with it. No way. You almost hit it there. Slightly out of range. So sad. We hit 140. That's all I care about. I'm like, yeah, this room is just silly. 141 right at the end. Pretty good. I've gained almost 2 solid levels. We haven't finished the quest yet. That's always a good sign. I like that even though I started at 50% the way towards 71, I'm almost 50% to 72, even though the XP between them is much higher. It's 70 and 72. The world. Final room. There like he was gonna dive bomb through the rock. I know better. One of the few objects the zoo respects. This is crappy. Fun. Leveled again. Deliver track box check or whatever. Wasn't too bad. Probably take like 3-4 more runs and I'll level. Leaning maybe towards. Low random try grinder. Wow, 15,000 Vasetta. Nice. We'll host another game on Very Hard, so if somebody did want to hop in for some levels, just let us know. Probably get hard carried by the group. Even my damage is insane. Only got a 3 PDs for some reason. If we see Rare Rappy, we get sad briefly. So we don't really want to see it. The Zuzu's also in another one where it's more annoying. Nobody wants to see Zuzu's very hard mode. Too many tricks. Already leveled again. Nice. jelly. Ooh. I get so scared when I see them teleport. It's I'm like, I'm so dead if they hit me. I shot that didn't kill me again. Picked up. Knocked me down, but my Gopoe hit them. So I consider that a tier 3 for them. Love my HP rapidly melting. Sounds like Need for Speed soundtrack right now. Still Yakuza. Is Yakuza in my top 10 soundtracks or games? I think Yakuza 7's one of my favorite game soundtracks, period. I don't know if I would consider the game necessarily in my top 10. They're fun for what they are, but there's definitely a lot of moments of frustration that kind of take it out for me. Like top 10. Generally, my favorite games that I'll play over and over again don't have like major moments of frustration. Like Zero, I really like Zero, but man, the rail shooter minigame, oh. There should have been a mod to fix those controls. That was actually like a war crime. The fact you couldn't up the sensitivity of the stick on a rail shooter is maddening. So it just became a memorization game rather than like a light shooter game or a rail shooter. Really, really sucked. You had to move it like legitimately like 2 seconds ahead of time. Otherwise, if you try to go from like bottom right to top left, it's like a 3-second scroll, which obviously in like a fast-paced shooter, that's not, it's not good enough. You're going to die. So try to do that, maybe kind of annoyed. I did genuinely like Judgment. I would say overall, if it wasn't for like the Deadly Wound system, I would say Judgment would be up there. What's in my personal top 5? It would have to be a game that, to me, when I played it, I was just like, I haven't played anything like it and probably never will. That, to me, is kind of the category where it could get into top 10. Seriously, you love Final Fantasy X? It's okay. I'll at least play Final Fantasy X on stream. You will never see me play Final Fantasy 1 on stream or stuff like that. I find those games so boring. Full offense to people that find Final Fantasy 1 enjoyable. What's wrong with you? Raise your standards, please. We're in 2025. It's okay. It's not like Chrono Trigger, which is like a actual genuine timeless masterpiece, which I think deserves to be in most players' top 10 if they played RPGs, since it aged incredibly well, if not more so than nearly every game in history at this point. Shy of it being like legit Pong or something, like I can't really think of anything else that is just things have come before it and have not mastered it kind of thing. Yeah, Chrono Trigger actually really good. The DS version was a bit disappointing, but overall the game was still good. Ouch. Kessen 2 would probably be on my top 5 of all time. I have not played a game like it, and I don't think I ever will. So it just easily fits that category. I love that game, pretty much start to finish. What a wild ride. The Cinematics were ridiculous. It was very over the top. Had a decent difficulty curve to it. SN2, KESSEN. By the people that did Dynasty Warriors, but they did like a real-time strategy game. But it's like the only real-time strategy game I would ever play on console, which is like it's such a high bar, because I'm not a big fan of RTSs, so the fact that I like it is just, to me, is just crazy. Yeah, Dynasty Warriors itself is not anywhere near my top 10. That game, I like the idea of it, but man, that game franchise went nowhere with improving controls. I like it for what it is, but it's not something I want to really go back to. Sengoku Beastars is probably in my top 5. I've not really played another game like it. Shadow Hearts 2, probably my favorite RPG of all time. That game is a wild trip. It has like one slow part of the game, and otherwise it's like perfect. So for me, those are the easy examples. Radiant Historia, that's another game I played on stream. I'd be happy to play that one again. I like PSO. I don't know if I would put it on top 10 though. I view this more as like a social game. I don't think I would really play it if other people didn't play it. That helps for me for the appeal. So if there wasn't a community for me to play with, I would not play this game. I would rather go back to Sengoku if I'm doing single player. But alas, we are here interacting with chat. Yeah. I don't mind doing something solo, but that was kind of like my big thing for like on stream, where I was like, if I'm just gonna play solo, I'm just not gonna stream. I just don't feel motivated to play. It's not why I play PSO here. I'm just trying to think if there's any other like easy top 10. I enjoyed watching like Metal Gear Solid 3, but I don't think I would enjoy playing it. So for me, that game is also pretty iconic. I'm gonna telepipe when I'm way closer. Or Retract will do it, because Retract's way ahead of me. There we go. There you go. Enjoy the double TP. So, I don't know. I don't have that nostalgia for it. Hard mode PD? Nice. I don't think I have nostalgia over, like, NES games. Like, I grew up with them. I played, like, 50 of them. So it's not like... It's not like I only played, like, Duck Hunt, Mario, etc. Like, I played, like, Tiger Heli, Iron Tank, Battle Tank, some of the Copter games, some of the Hogan Shooter games, like Gun, Punch Out. They were fine. I don't think I'd want to replay some of the Dragon Warrior games there. I don't think I ever... you know what? I had a TMNT game on NES. I never played more than one, though. I don't think I played the one that everybody plays. I'll put it that way. I think I played, like, legit the first one, and that was it. I didn't do like Turtles in Time or whatever the other ones are. Oh, Deadly Towers. I unfortunately played that one. Gotta collect those bells. Oh, did you step on a random tile? Go to the dark world. Perish. Oh, do you not know where the shopkeeper is here? Die. Oh, did you fire your sword projectile and it's traveling off screen? Well, too bad. You're not getting any more projectiles. Get wrecked. I played that game an unfortunate amount of times. I learned at an early age I was bad at Mega Man, and that never changed. Some things never changed, Chad. I'm just like, yeah, I don't play those games there. I love Deadly Towers, but it's so bad. I was always wanted to play when he came over in the summer. Deadly Towers wanted to do so much, but yet It was something. It was something. Okay, I think 2 more runs, I'll hit 80. We'll end with some episode 4. But on Ultimate. I mean, if I could make the game at Ultimate, I would. It's just one of those things where, I don't know. RPGs were always kind of short and stilted there. Like, I liked Secret of Mana growing up, but man, that game aged like like a burning dumpster. Holy. We played that on stream a while back. I was like, man, what a train wreck. I like that I soft blocked myself on stream. That was special. Okay, it is Subterranean Desert 1. I accidentally did like a charge whip attack while climbing the mountainside and just flipped into the sky with soft block. Like, oh. And I did that also accidentally while in, I think it's the Fire Temple. Oh. I think there's a lot of games that, like, I had more patience for them, but modern me just does not care. Like, Final Fantasy 2/3 on SNES are classics, but I don't think I could go back and play them anymore. They're just too basic for me at this point. I like them for what they were, but I don't want to go back and play them on stream. I don't think it had the same appeal to me as like a Chrono Trigger did. Where Chrono Trigger I would actually genuinely consider playing again on stream. I like doing the early Lavos kills. Like when we beat Lavos on our first playthrough in the Ocean Palace, for example. Just to prove that we could do it. We tried getting as many PDs on very hard mode as Ultimate, I see. What a world. Put down another Ryuker for Jelly. Just like a body. Yeah. It's just there's so many quality of life things and like it's that style of game. I never liked it growing up. So it's like some of those things just weren't nostalgic for me even then, where I wasn't really happy to be like, oh cool, enemy number 5000 with insta-kill. Like, I love insta-death mechanics. Surely this is not very irritating and very second edition D&D of them. So I'm glad we were moving away from that. Which, I mean, to be fair, when you go back and look at Final Fantasy 1 and they're like, we have legally distinct Beholder and we have Power Word Kill and stuff like that as our spells. Like, yeah, I know what this is from. I'm not nostalgic for those. I'm playing D4 for a while because the instant-up mechanics on Torment 4 bosses. Oh, unfortunate. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of it. We had a little bit of that this year, which was unfortunate. We played Look Outside, and I'm trying to feel motivated to play it again, but man, I got very, very upset when it was like, you have 5 turns to kill this boss, and oh, your last save was like an hour ago. I'm like, excuse me? Why do I have a time limit? Okay. Just, I don't enjoy that in video games. I want to play the game the way I want to play it at my own pace. Anything that just kind of artificially moves me generally upsets me very quickly. Like arbitrary deadlines for game endings and, you know, rushing through like Suikoden 2 where they're like, oh, you have to be at certain checkpoints by this time, so, you know, good luck enjoying the plot and doing all these other things and exploring. I just don't enjoy that stuff, I really don't. I have fun breaking East games. I don't know if I would put those in the top 10. Like, East 4, we beat it in 20 minutes or something. Like, we went from literally intro the game to credits, which was funny. But, like, I don't know. It's one of those things where it's, like, beyond a certain point of games I don't think I'll ever see again, and were in a good way, that they were just so unique, and just nothing else has captured the magic kind of thing is one thing, but there's other mechanics I'm not a fan of. They could stay out of the games forever. I enjoy Etrian Odyssey, for example. I would probably put one Etrian Odyssey on there. Maybe Mystery Dungeon or something. Where I haven't really played a game that had both of the mechanics. Oh, legitimately getting more PDs on very hard mode than Ultimate again. So, like, maybe Mystery Dungeon would be in my top 10? Like, number 8 or number 9? I enjoyed, like, the original Metal Gear Solid 1. Maybe I would consider that, for me personally, would be in my top 10. Only played Etrian Odyssey 2. I do genuinely love Chad is unironically getting more PDs compared to Ultimate. Ultimate's such whack, Chad. We need to talk about this. I feel like Very Hard Mode is making an utter mockery of RBR Ultimate. I'm so glad we did this at the end of the stream. So we can all just laugh at the fact that in the time it took me to get 2 PDs, I got them in like 20 minutes of Very Hard Mode. Okay, whatever. Oh, Very Hard Mode. You don't care what the drop odds are. Of course you're gonna give me a PD. Yeah, like I'm also not a fan of Classic Fire Emblem either. That's one of those games where I'm like, I'm good. I'd maybe consider putting Advanced Wars on there. But again, like, each of them had their own little faults that made me not enjoy the game for one reason or another. Like, Advanced Wars 1, you had to get S ranks across the board in order to get to the true ending and stuff like that. And made me play a lot of Fog of War, which was my least favorite mechanic. So there are definitely points in the game where I'm like, yeah, I don't really want to go through that again. Fire Emblem, I didn't care about the characters. It didn't change over the years. It got worse, actually. I think I went from not caring about the characters to genuinely hating the characters. So by the time I got to, like, Awakening, I got to replay, whatever the difficulty, Lunatic Plus or whatever it was called. And then have to redo it just because RNG buffs on enemies cause the map to become unwinnable at the point at which I'm at. I'm just kind of like, you know what? I think I'm good never buying another Fire Emblem game again. I think I'm good. I think, saw what I needed to see. I'll give a thumbs up. Yo, more power to the people that want to keep playing after experiencing that. I think I'll, tap out there. Bought an AYN4. I don't know what that is, and I've been spamming Zelda randomizers while brain rotting on the bottom screen. AYN. Really figure out a way to get through hard mode on Ranger that isn't Dragon TTF resets. Pew Pew Laser Insta Death episode 4. Or Hell MA2B. Oh, it's some kind of Android thing. Yeah, I didn't bother with Dragon Resets leveling my Rangers. I just did a Massive Attack with Hell. It was actually really fun. Dragon Resets are classic, but I'm like, if you have ES weapons, you really shouldn't do it. Like, I was out XPing, Oh Newman episode 4. Like, that's how good MA2B was for me. I think solo I was hitting 110, 115 XP a second. Solo, chat. I want you to think about that. That's crazy. And then it's sustained for like 12 minutes. Wild. Need to handle my Nita weapon with 2 lazy to farm PDs or items to sell. I mean, if you're leveling characters on very hard mode, you should get it. I'll be honest with you, very hard mode is where I've gotten easily 70% of my wealth at this point, outside of Ubers. Although at this point, they've now been speared, sadly. So, like, between Anniversary Event and Halloween, for example, I got over 600 PDs worth of items. With infantry here. All I did was just very hard mode. Unsealed a couple of things for people, traded a bajillion materials you get while playing, sold some Caduceus, went up like 6 select cloaks, 10 plus ignition cloaks. Those I didn't sell though, so that's just value I have forever. That's not inclusive of the 600 PDs. So like within 60 to 80 hours, I gained that many PDs. And the secret is to play during drop rate week, where genuinely every hour was 3 to 4 PD, if not more, all day. So if you just spend 2 hours a day, let's say, across a week of drop rate week, you're going to end up with over 50 PDs, on top of getting Heavenly Arms and all these other funny items. So it's honestly really low bar. And obviously, if you start selling stuff like ignition cloaks, then it's like, oh, then your 10 hours is turned into like 15, 16 PDs, etc. So funny. Oh, no, standard drop rate. The reason being that almost every enemy has 80% drop chance in Surface Episode 4. So if all you do is Surface Episode 4 or do MA 4Cs repeatedly, you'll end up with a bajillion tickets, which end up giving you bajillions of Meseta, which also end up giving, on average, 1, but more likely a range of 1 to 3 photon drops every time you hand in over 200 tickets. And then, on top of that, you can just get so much value playing Blue ID Phone Newman that there's honestly not really an issue with PDs. So I find it really funny when people are talking about, like, oh, I have 20 PDs and I can't afford to do, like, so-and-so, and I'm like, the entire setup for, like, being a Blue Phone Newman is, like, 25 total. So if all you want is just Fire Scepter Agni and Refoe merge, that's under 10 PDs. If you need to get materials, then it gets more expensive. Nice, selling a Rappi. Congrats, D. Otherwise, we just do these runs. So 2 more, then we'll switch over to Ultimate. There's so many Refoe amps. Yeah. Red Barrier is more annoying to get, for sure. Yeah, like, people get really obsessed over, like, oh, I need 50 PDs, or I need, like, 20 PDs for adepts, and I'm like, not really. You do the run that we're talking about, you don't even need adepts. It saves you from going back to the bank more often. But, like, I'll give an example. So, I've played less than 30 hours on this account, and I'm at over 66 PDs and 17 Photon Crystals. This character has existed for, like, 7 hours. I want you to think about that. On a fresh account, I'm already at 66 PDs. What do you think about that? So, like, you can tell this character is clearly not level 80, so just think about it from that standpoint of how stupid the photon drop gain is in very hard mode. It's not an exaggeration, it's actually wild. And to think that, like, of the 30-ish hours that I played on this account total, with Blue Fomar and the other ones, over 5 hours of those collectively has just been me putting people AFK in the corner and not collecting items. So, like, do I even count those hours when I say it's, like, around 30 hours of gameplay? Just keep in mind, I did the split screen level ups. So literally only one character got the rewards because I was sharing the rewards with myself. So I'd have, like, one Faux Newman carry 3 other characters. So technically, for every hour of gameplay, I was getting 4 hours of gameplay across all the different accounts. Which to me is very funny. Yeah, we could probably total up how many hours I've done. Magical Piece is overrated. Kind of. I would say it's overrated for Faux Newman. I would say for Faux Neural and Faux Marl, they need it eventually. Phone Newman doesn't need it. They kind of need it because they just don't kill fast enough without it, unfortunately. Like, you could do your whole life as a Phone Newman and Fomar and never pick up Magical Piece. But you try to do the same thing as Fomarl and Phonewhirl, you're just gonna get bodied by everything for not having that extra buff. Pay that price, unfortunately. I'm very happy with the Fire Scepter Agni here on this difficulty. If I was purely Gapoe stacking as a female character in Ultimate, I would need it. Being a woman in PSO is suffering. Am I running Ignition Cloak? Yup. Just kidding. No, I'm not. I want to, though. I need to be level 99 for it. So to answer your question, it's not possible to say yes. I don't hit the level requirement. I have him set aside, though. He has his one just waiting for him. He just needs to level. You still yet to find one? Oh no. Don't look at my bank when I open it up later. you might find a few. It's just a few. It might almost all be 4 slot. Oh, you saw already? Okay, never mind. My bad. I cried, yeah. I mean, it's just called playing very hard mode. Like, I don't know. I think people don't realize how high value very hard mode is. Because there's this big rush to go to Ultimate, and then my counter argument is why. Like, what are you going to do in Ultimate other than, like, Forest? Like, are you really going to be running straight into TTF at level 80, level 100, even, like, level 120? No. So why don't you just play very hard mode instead? You get, like, double or triple the value of doing stupid runs like Purple Caves or whatever. And honestly, there's not really a good counter argument, because the raw amount of PDs you get here is insane. Plus, you have to think of it this way. If on average, in an hour, if you get 3 to 4 PDs on very hard mode with a good group, which is not hard to do, because that's just called max MST tech boosters, which means you could be like level 100, level 110-ish, and that could be true. On top of getting the 3 to 4 PDs an hour, you're also getting potentially about the same amount in photon crystals. So if all you did was sell photon crystals, and let's say you played 20 hours of gameplay, and it would equate to, let's say, at worst, 40 PDs, you're probably also walking away with 40 photon crystals, which is 80 total PDs, without doing any other trades. So I want to put that in perspective to you. What other one could you do to get 80 PDs in 20 hours? There's not many. They would all pretty much bench on you getting some crazy high hit percentage. Disca, or Frozen Shooter, or Heaven Striker. But the fact that, like, they have to hit that, and you have that guaranteed is crazy. That's why very hard mode's better. I don't believe in luck with very hard mode. It just happens. They're used for adding hit percentage to enemy weapons, as well as the Black Paper Deal. So when you want to have a 50 hit Barans, which you can also sell, by the way, for profit. But fun fact, in case you happen to get one real cheap, it's useful to have the enemy weapons with hit percentage. The Rangers will eventually want a Barans of probably like Machine Dark or AB Stark. Probably AB Stark, maybe for their first one, the Native Machine. Personally, I'm gonna go for all the rainbows of them before I move forward. That way I can play all the custom quests where it's not necessarily true. Why AB Stark for the first one? Dark is one of the things that you need for combo kill purposes. And there are things that you want to kill with it there. Covers pretty much every problem enemy, agreed. Some people will go Machine Dark, which is also fine. It's useful. It just depends on what quest you're planning to main as to which one will be stronger. Dad has found Nug. Oh no. Played a run or two with him before. He's the Humar runner, I believe. Congratulations to him. But sadly, that means he'll never use it, because I've never seen him play anything other than Humar. I'm not convinced he plays anything other than Humar. Rip the Nug 2000. Isn't an LNK38 enjoyer, true. Oh, 14, yeah, I agree, 14. I was gonna say, I don't remember seeing it with the Gatling gun. They did definitely have the gold mech guns. And more Realm set of mech guns, got a charge arm and held laser for her. I mean, like, honestly, you're gonna have a lot more fun with Ranger if you could get more challenge mode weapons. Is her 95 hit? Oh, I didn't realize they're that high. That's funny. It's just one of those things where, like, playing Ramar or Ramarl with Demon Mech Guns and Hellshot and Hell Needle and P502, like, you're playing a completely different game compared to without it. It's hard to find, like, equivalencies. Yeah. Demon Mech Gun is just kind of universally the deleter. I mean, we showcased how broken Ranger is, that I can literally level 1 to 40 without ever getting materials. And then I hit 1 to 80 without ever using any materials or buffing my attack stat. Because they don't need it. They're just that broken. If you got those, doesn't matter what your stats are. All you need is accuracy. Use gun, will kill. That's it. So, like, it's not a bad idea to level. Just be aware that it's, like, you could probably just level with a group of people, and it'll be easier as a Ranger. So for me, like, you can Hellshot as an assistant in, like, a Massive Attack 4C run. You can Demon Mech Gun down Vertibulus instantly. If you have Demon Shot, you can use it on literally every area, and you don't need to worry about V502. It's a little more niche outside of very hard mode, but it's still... You have so many options to just trivialize it. Make your stats not worth even leveling at all. Which is funny. So there's several characters I got there. Demons is not connected to the 502, no. You're always at that 50-50 with them. No, yeah. Hell is connected. Paralysis is. Freeze technically is. Nobody uses the freeze weapons, and they're capped anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Demon Mech Gun is just so insane that it just doesn't matter. You're shooting 3 shots. You're playing 3 50-50s into 3 50-50s into 3 50-50s. They're gonna die. That's what the math calculates to. The odds of them not dying at the end of like 6 other shots is just impossible in multiplayer. You have to be so incredibly unlucky for not one of those to hit. Because when you're playing very hard mode, just remember, Demons isn't reduced. So you could do all this stupid nonsense you can do with Ramar with every character. Do you want your Hugcast to use Slicer and Fanatic on Vertibulus? Sure. Up and stops you. Oh, you're tubbing the Rappy room. That's really unfortunate. What's the benefit of ES Psycho Gun? There isn't one. Can you move away from the Rappies? Are you sure it wasn't a skin? Yeah, I was gonna say, like, either it's a skin or they just legit don't do anything. Welcome, Dusty TV. Oh. I'm so sad I didn't level this quest. I thought I would. Sorry, Chad. We need one more run. Genuinely, it's just like, it costs like nothing to do well. I mean, this character is already hard carrying, very hard mode. You want to see what his build is. 140 mind, all I'm doing is Refoe Merge. I'm running double adepts to reduce Tri-Fluids. You don't technically need those. Fire Scepter. Heavenly HP, because I'm just not using HP materials. That's all you need. That's it. That's the secret to farming it. And this character is good enough to hard carry this quest. You just have to think of it that way. Like, how easy is it when you're like level 130 plus and doing this? Then you can hold stuff like your lame to Argents, and then you could just do a legitimate run that gives you 2+ PDs an hour. Plus, you also unseal. Plus, you also get all these other things. This one's new mop up 3. This one's just like the pure experience version. If all you really want to do is hit 80, you could do this. And since I want to do ultimate with the team, with a very specific purpose in mind, we'll go to 80. Otherwise, I prefer Massive Attack 4C as just being one of the best quests possibly in the game. Excuse me. But this one has its purpose. Oh, Milu's there. Oh, they're like 5 levels under. That's so unfortunate. Next one should put me in ultimate. Good. Yeah, I was gonna say Nerf Temples is obviously the solution.
Perfect mayhem!
Welcome, Section Skyly. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing a quick level up just to get to ultimate. Everybody ratings, having a good time. We gave up on Ultimate RBR earlier. We did play it in my defense. It was much better yesterday than today, fortunately. Welcome, Dragon. So we still got a few quests to go through before we hit the end. I'll be around for another hour, but hopefully everybody's doing well. We were just talking about why very hard mode is the best thing to run, and everybody else that says otherwise is more or less wrong, unless they're naming very specific quests. Honestly, the value you can get for very hard mode is just completely insane. I mean, the fact that I'm playing on like non-drop rate week and I'm up 3 PDs is hilarious to me. Value City is real. Yeah, we've been calling it this. But I did hit level 200 the other day with a very hard mode character. Yeah, thank Draken for that. That was I will not take credit for that. Draken came up with the. I called it Value City, but the spelling we'll give to Draken. But truly. Yeah, I was just talking about how, like, between Anniversary and Halloween, I made over 600 PDs just playing very hard mode. So in about 60 hours of gameplay, I went up 600 PDs. So I was trying to put it into perspective, just like why I'm not really excited to play Ultimate most of the time. Is I have to roll big in order to just outdo very hard mode. It can just be rough when you go like a whole day without seeing anything. Did I never take that character out of Value City? No. He's been an Ultimate before, but he's barely been an Ultimate. I mean, if you go from level 80 to 200 and he gets like 3 levels out of Ultimate, he basically never left very hard mode. It's funny that he actually gained more levels in normal and also hard mode than Ultimate. Which I find very funny. Yeah, I wanted to level him on stream so I could go back to unsealing with him later. Yeah, Blue ID very hard mode is broken. Right now we're just leveling a Red ID character, so we switched over from Massive Attack 4C, which is my preferred quest for value, to New Mop-Up 3 for Raw XP. Which has some downsides to it. It doesn't go as deep in deserts. The weapon pattern is not quite as strong as MA4C, but it's okay for Red ID. That's all that matters. Overall today, I'm not sure how many hours we put into PSO specifically. I could double check. I'm up at least 6 PD. How long have I been playing? Under 3 hours. Not bad. Thanks, very hard mode. Right, chat? Thanks. So we got some yellow barriers today, cure shots. Nothing too crazy drop-wise, but we'll take the PDs. The chat's just graciously helping me get to Ultimate so I can host. We've been experimenting a bit with some episode 4 quests. See if there's other ones that are quote-unquote fun. We're gonna try that right after this run, actually. There we go, finally hit level 80. Yeah, I've gotten pretty much all my mid-range Jayas from very hard mode at this point. I'm set for a while on a few characters. Since it is possible for it to roll 100 hit in very hard mode, both on common weapons and Jaya. It's not as likely to do it due to how the difficulties work, but the fact that you can even hit it is funny to me. I do think a big issue with, like, between Ultimate and very hard, and, like, why I think I don't enjoy some of the higher content as much, it's just because, like, I could be on hard mode and pick up these armors and frames, for example, and it'll be the same items that I see in Ultimate. So it's like, I feel like, you know, if we want to talk about potentially rebalancing the game, I don't think I should be getting stuff like General Battle from Ultimate Tower. I don't feel like that's a hot take. I'm just saying, like, why are we getting so many units that weren't useful since, like, hard mode in Ultimate? And they also don't sell for anything either, which is really brutal. It has me questioning things. Yeah, or it's like, there you go, Retract. Now you've officially gained more PDs in like 30 minutes of very hard mode compared to an hour and 40 minutes of RBR Ultimate. Make that make sense, chat. Think about that. It just happened again. It's not. We're not even drop rate boosted. Just silly. So yeah, we're talking about how we got to the number of 600, and we're breaking down, like, if you're playing during drop rate week, you're averaging 3 to 4 PDs an hour very rapidly with a group, and or a combination of the same amount of photon crystals. So it's entirely possible for you to go 4 PDs, 3 crystals, or like 1 PD, 3 crystals, or like 5 crystals, 2 PDs. And then on top of that, you have all your select cloaks and ignition cloaks, and those are worth like 15 plus PDs. And you have Caduceuses, which are worth 1 to 2, depending on how fast you want to, you know, offload them, quote unquote. Heaven Striker coats are worth 5 PDs. Heavenly Arms are worth 2 plus PDs. So just, if every enemy drops something of value, it's like, it just feels kind of awful. Like Ultimate for like 2 items that might drop maybe in like 50 hours. Or I could just go buy the item by playing very hard mode. Get rid of the mag feed timer. Would be something. Oh, look at that. There's just a casual 55 hit slicer on the floor. Another 50 hit weapon on the floor. Classic very hard mode. Sadly, I don't want either of those. But hey, you never know. I could get another Hell Ray Gun or something here. Could be funny. I bet people have some hot takes about mags, probably. Yeah, we were reading hot takes earlier on the forum posts, including a desire to remove everybody having individual drops. That was a hot take. That one should be like, handle with care. You could get burned from the proximity, the hotness of the take. Like, no. Then again, if you don't have the PD rate, you get episode 4. Nuclear take. It's just one of those things where it's like, I mean, you get 1 million PDs in episode 4. I think the big reason why we get so much value is, one, that, you know, they added, like, forge components, right? To give value to things like Select Cloak. Like, previously, people didn't really care about Select Cloak. And now stuff like Divine Filter exists. Do you know what I mean? So, like, items that were kind of whatever are there, and even stuff like Caduceus went up in value, where it would be, like, maybe a single PD total. You could potentially get more out of it just because people are doing it for Divine Filters and such. Just cut the timer out, waste a couple hours, maybe. I love having Sprepper rare drops when they happened. Yeah, they got called out super hard. Fortunately. I thought about responding this morning when I read it. But people beat me to it. So for me, it's just been interesting. And it's like, man, I want to enjoy Ultimate, but it just can bum me out when I'm like playing for like hundreds of hours and not really getting anything of interest. It's a big reason I haven't been enjoying it like between events. Audio is the voice of reason in the debates. I'll take your word for it. I haven't seen enough of them to form an opinion. But I will say in that specific forum, I would agree. Get rid of these. Yeah, I was like, it would just be very toxic if we went that way. Like, can you imagine? You're like, wow, I've been hunting this for the Seal J sword for literally hundreds of hours, and I've taken 2 years, and oh, some level 80 guy just kind of came in and took it and ran. I think there would be actual fights in the streets. It'd just be over, chat. Can you imagine? There you go. Retract doubling up on the PDs. Good job, Retract. You were worried that it was a dry session. We just had to play like 40 minutes of very hard, and now you're PD positive. Look how that works out. You have to tell us, Retract, how many PDs you picked up so far and be, I don't know, 4 runs of very hard mode or something dumb. So silly. Yeah. Let's see. We'll find out Retract's troop in a moment. 4 PDs and very hard. Did you get 1 PD a run? Oh man. I mean, if every run is under 10 minutes, chat, you do the math. How many PDs would Retract gain across 20 hours? Yeah. Just shake your head. It's not fair. Very hard mode is broken. I don't know what to tell you. Every day we play very hard mode, it is yet to not prove itself. We're not playing Blue ID, so we're technically on hard mode of getting value, and we still got value. Like, it still happened. Rip Temple, nerf CCC, 1 and 5, by the way. Spaceship is balanced, yeah. Certainly something. Let's do some ultimate runs. We get to have a little tee-hee with it, and then if we don't feel like we're getting value, we'll just end the stream on very hard mode. How's that, chat? Here you go. Let's get our token of appreciation try grinder. Oh, looks like there are people waiting in the lobby. Looks like perhaps a Draken. Could be anybody. Okay. So I guess I'll host, see how we feel about the quest. We're updating the quest guide as we go. I'm feeling mostly recovered, so I might target end of Thanksgiving, early December for a very hard mode video. I definitely really want to explain to the people that have not been on the stream in the past month or so to really understand that I have gained an unfathomable amount of wealth from very hard mode to the point where it honestly just embarrasses most of ultimate difficulty. And it's not rolling lucky, it's just playing very hard mode. Like, the odds are in your favor by just grinding it out with a group of players. Like, there's just nothing it can really do. Like, killing 220 enemies under 5 minutes, even if you only look at the PD value of that, is crazy. Did you get any Uber non-rare in Value City? Uber non-rare. There aren't really Ubers in very hard mode except for... Oh, big hit. I mean, yeah, I've gotten high hits from very hard mode already. It just depends on how high you want it to go. I've gotten 60 hits, I've gotten multiple 55 hits, I've gotten 55 hit Jayas. Like, those are worth stuff. I haven't gotten like a 95 or anything crazy, but most people haven't. Anyway, let's try this one out. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Who is second ID here? Retract is? What is Retract's ID? Find out in a second. Green? Okay. I guess that should be fine. I mean, if we fight Saint Million, I'll leave just so the team can get Galatine. How's that, chat? If it's Chamberdon, I'm staying. If it's Condryu, it doesn't matter. Oh man, I am in insta-kill world. A fresh character here. Yeah, people just want their item when it comes to duping, so it's like, I don't know. Either they dupe it, they steal it, they'll do whatever. I don't want to go back to those. I don't want to encourage those days. All I know is that with chat here, we're going to be steamrolling pretty much all of episode 4. Doesn't matter what difficulty we do it on. They're actually just helpless to the tech spam here. Put a little spell in between waves. Oop. My bad, I forgot my buttons were different. That was an oops on my part. Ooh, we're going the harder route, chat. I think we're going to desert. We shouldn't be going Crater North or Crater East, I think, at this point. I've not seen it take it to desert this way. I guess it technically could still take us to Crater. Crater Interior is also fun. Okay, we're doing episode 4 Xrd. Oh, I'm so dead. Don't mind me, just gonna debuff for the Ranger here. Nice. That immediate photon drop, love to see it. Triple Force does not care about episode 4. We're like, listen. We're like a cool story, enemies. Nice try though. I'll slowly get stronger, which will help me with damage. Was that in Crater Interior? I went too fast. Oh, it's North. Oh, we got North Route. Boo. Whatever. Oh, well. I guess I'll just Refoe Stunlock because it's funny until the Ranger kills them. There we go. Thank you, Ranger. Careful. So much Refoe. Need a Refoe merge. Forgot to pick that up from the bag. Oh well. Yeah, I finally burned out of materials, chat. You should feel proud. Oh, I could be a gun here. Ooh. This gives us time to position. Gun here. Slowly advancing to make sure I have Gapoe protecting us at all times. Move my little shield forward. There we go. Now we're getting a nice clearing pace. Just remember, every time you go to cross a bridge, just assume a Dorfan will run you over. If you've not played the quest before, it's the safest assumption, to be honest with you. It's fairly accurate, especially when you get past this bridge. This is indeed Xrd. Rev 4. I'm gonna Gapoe so the team doesn't die. Team walked into that, I warned you. You can't say I didn't say it. Just assume something will hit you if you go across the other side. I can't help if you run in front of me. I was gonna say that's not on me at that point. I'm safe. My Gafoi stopped it, speaking of which. Yeah, there we go. That's fine, they can walk into this. Yeah, just be careful, just assume most rooms will have a dwarf on. Which is not bad if you're trying to go for, like, you know, yellow ID, green ID ults here. Or going for some dwarf on declare on blue ID shenanigans. Should clear them up. Yeah, nice try, dwarf on. Nope, I was already stacking. Checkmate, right chat? Checkmate, get out of here. So many remotes. It's poor zoos. What do they even do? They can't even penetrate this. Or like floor fawn, yeah. Like, well done. Well done, fawn. Ooh, we're in desert already? Okay. So we're either gonna get desert 2 or desert 3 next. Desert 3 is the wacky world one. Get ready for early Gerts here. There's not many Gerts in desert 1. I think there's 2 on average. We're fighting one of them already. Get out of here. Oh, got hit in the face. Debuff Soda, hopefully don't die. I'm still probably in kill range even with heavily HP. But with this much Razan, this should be perfect stun lock. Okay, there we go. I'm getting tankier. One of the few times where I care about my level as I go. I need to hit max MST, then I'll be in a good spot. Strike for chances, because why not? Oh, I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. Oh, never mind. I'm fine. Safe. I lied. Oh, I forgot I gave away the Glide Divines I was holding. I was gonna debuff them from here. Oops. Held on to one for that range. There we go. Yeah, clean up crew. Just kind of mowing through them. We have like 2 sub 100 characters in here. We're like, we're fine. This is fine. Oh, we didn't get this unlocked. That's so sad. So sad. Oh, there's our other Gertabulu. I don't think there could be any more here. Not all paths are guaranteed to have Gertabulu. But the way we're going, we should get full Gertabulu if an option. Sack a couple of Gafoi, because why not? We have so much Gafoi out, even without the Gafoi merge. It's insane. Once I hit 99, I'll switch over to Ignition Cloak just to put out a little more damage. Come on, Heaven Striker. Chat, can you imagine if we get Heaven Striker before we got Lame? Like, I swear, if we get a Heaven Striker today over the Lame, I'm actually gonna be mad. Literally 3 times less likely to drop. No BS. Then debuff so I don't explode. Start stacking here. Should still work. Okay, there we go. Just a few stack cutlery. Get a couple die fluid, hold me over. So we'll see if it makes us go left or right, because I think this is another split path. I'm not sure which one we'll get. We'll find out, I guess. Ooh, I was so lucky he didn't instant swing. That could have been so much worse. Nice level up time, eh? Okay, the other path open. Just by the way, there's no way I'm surviving a boss, so just give me a salute now. I'm going down with the ship. There's no fathomable way I'm gonna survive. And just don't even revive me until we're at the end. Just don't even bother. It's not worth your time. Save your mood. Just give me the salute. I'm going down. Oh, okay. We didn't get Sub-Desert 3, which might be for the best, but we are still going to get a ton of enemies. Sub-Desert 3 is insane. That one has potentially 7 Gertabulus in it. So if you happen to get that route, it's super good for, like, if we were doing Pink ID runs here. You can see there is a ton of Marissas, tons of Gorons. I'm gonna Gertabulus. Sadly, I'm too low level to demon properly, so I'm just gonna spam Grands. I believe in you, team. There we go. Yeah, you definitely need some crystals used on bringers. It's pretty easy to at least get it to 10%, so there's no reason to not at least do that. It takes literally a photon crystal, 100% chance. There's no reason to not do that one. The other ones, like, are more arguable. Like, 20% is also not too bad. Spend to 80% chance. It's reasonable. Beyond that, it starts going into Looney Tunes land. Especially when you get to the 20% chancers. Yeah. I gotta sadly redo those quests on this account, so I don't have to switch accounts for it. Ooh, I don't know if I've gone this way before. Let's see, is this new to me? Oh, no. Never mind, I've been this way before. I lied. We're already above 200 XP a second. Love to see it. Good XP as we play, chat. Spamming that Kapoe. I'm mashing out in case they freeze me. Doing the wiggle wall casting. Probably dead here. Oh, never mind. Can't save me. Every time, just like I'll never know. Nice level up timing. Save me a TP there. Man, look at us go. We are just churning through these enemies. 220 XP a second? Insane, chat. With basically, literally just fresh character. Holy. Damage is real. Can't wait till I hit 99. A little buff there. I'll bring Kapoe merch next time. I guess if anybody had heavenly HPs, I'd be willing to buy a couple. Because there's no way I can survive unless I'm literally triple wielding them, I think. That would put me at 788, which I think would make me survive St. Million, but maybe not Chamberlain. Although as we learned off stream yesterday, apparently Chamberlain can hit you for over 800 damage for no reason. Single player, like that make sense. I'm like, wait, you're almost as deadly as Ultimate Varans? Impossible. Well. I'm just gonna give a salute to everybody. I'm going down. Just letting you know, there's no way I'm surviving. Shy of literally all heavenlies. Oh, I can't solo. I don't have enough HP. It'll be Jelly has to solo. Yeah, Jelly or Jelly heals retract. I'm just gonna be dead. Just don't worry about me. I'm dead. There's nothing I can do. This XP's for you, team. Only revive me at the end. I'll try to die near where it is. Okay, it's just 8 million. It's fine. I mean, it's up to you, team. I could leave also when we get to the final phase to give you a chance at Galatine. Depends on how quote-unquote sweaty we feel like playing it here. Oh, never mind. I'm already dead. It did not take very long. Don't worry about me. Just keep going. I believe. No, don't revive me. No. No. I said leave me alone. I can't survive this boss. My HP's too low. Oh, focus on damage. I'm just taking a nice little nap for the next 2 minutes. Ooh, chat opened it on the opposite side of them. That's not good. I'm afraid. Wait, can I type here? Yeah, take a little hydration break. I was gonna see if I could slash cam and mess with the camera, but I don't think it'll let me do it. Unless... Oh, maybe I can. Oh. Yeah, there we go. Why is it only going upwards? Hello? Okay, there we go. There we go. Now I can follow them into the other room. See this? I can give you the dramatic fight against the Saint Million. Look at this. We're looking for our heroes. Okay, our heroes have just entered the room. Missiles are coming in. There we go. Look at us go. We're watching Retract go. Wow. Retract just kind of casually gets bopped for a little bit of damage there. Oop. There we go. Ooh, don't know if I like that Rafoi on the boss. That Rafoi will mess it up, I think, unless it hit evenly there. Yeah, that unevenly hit it. Alright, future reference. For D, don't Rafoi Saint Million. You should be using Rabarda, and then if somebody's using Bazooka, you should definitely not hit it at all. That's unfortunate. So I think it'll break unevenly here. Not much can really be done here. Maybe with a Heaven Striker shot, Retract can save it? Oh, close. But not quite. Wait, why'd I get revived? What? What? Oh, well, I'm super dead. Run away! Run away! Can I even survive Laser? I didn't want to be revived yet. It's not in the final phase. I'm gonna hope over here I take enough reduced damage I don't die. I'm gonna hope. I mean, I could try to time Arresta here, but I don't know what the visual cue is. Okay, I didn't die. I will desperately run over to revive Red. There we go. I participated in the battle. I did it, chat. I deserve my little participation trophy. I did like 1,000 damage if it's like 30k health. I did it. I'm pointing. I'm like, that's where I assisted. No worries, Emu. There we go. Well, I went up a bunch of levels. 240 XP a second. That's some good XP, chat. Just Take that boss money. That I definitely earned. Well, anyway, let me go grab a Gafoi merge. We'll do this quest a couple times. I thought it was fun. Again, it really just depends on if we get more desert or surface. But if chat wants to run it on other IDs, just let me know. I think chat was just... We were having a conversation where, like, what ID is generally good in all areas in episode 4? We were settling on, like, blue, red, white to a degree. Yellow. I think this quest, it doesn't matter as much what we pick. It's more whatever the chat feels in their heart at the time. Yeah, with a lot of surface, I think, you know, it favors red a little bit. Underground, I think it favors white a bit more. Mixed, maybe purple, in case we get Chondria or something and don't feel like swapping out. I don't think there's like a wrong option per se, other than Sky ID. I think everything else is fine except for Sky ID. I think that might be one of the only ones where I'm like, no, you're actually wrong and you should feel bad. You did it. You named the only ID I wouldn't run this quest on. Congratulations. I'd run it on pink. I'd run it on blue. I'd run it on green. I'd run it on red. I'd run it on yellow. I'd run it on white. I'd run it on purple. I don't think I'd run it on orange either. Unless we got surface, then I think orange's okay. I don't really want to go underground and be like, oh boy, we get more Cincesta chances. Like, no way. It's not happening. So we'll do probably one more run, and then sadly I gotta go. But it has been fun so far. So I think to mix things up so people don't get burned out on Massive Attack 4C, I think I'm okay with putting this in rotation. It's nice being surprised or not caring about the bosses. Like what a relief to not be like, oh, we just wasted 2 hours doing Pod and Seikon Ryu. So good. Oh, we're waiting for our fourth player to return. I think it's Nemu. Yeah, I'll have to farm some more Heavenly HPs, which is sad because we were playing IDs that get them. I just haven't gotten them yet on Blue ID and Pink ID episode 4. Echo was making your life miserable. Sorry to hear. Yeah, this quest has been fine. Like, in terms of XP, I mean, I think most people are happy to get more than 200 XP a second during XP week. The beginning of the quest very much lends it more to like Blue ID, just because there's so many Jaya chances and Astark limiter chances on surface, that honestly Blue ID here is wild. So definitely will bring my Blue ID force here at some point. The funny thing is, like, Blue ID also still benefits from Gerda-Bulus for people that want to get Naze Claw. And they could say they went for an Uber in episode 4. I don't get to say that very often. Forgot to Gigaboe merge. It's fun. Most important thing is I just keep leveling and getting stronger so I can hard carry. You have to think about it this way. 1300 MST or so is the cap of the Fomar. So I'm almost as strong as Fomar is with the Bowie. My 130 level Fomar, that is. But I have the added advantage of Bowie and Rabarda being good, in exchange for my grants being kind of terrible. Cannon Rouge chances. I just feel like this quest is also a little easier in general compared to doing like episode 4 boss rush, which don't get me wrong, I think can net more XP and some more favorable hunts, but I know I get tired of running that because that quest can be kind of long if your team isn't well geared. I think this is like we'll call it like MAE4 light, where most of these spawns are doable with just 3 people, where you lose a lot of time in episode 4 if you don't have 4 people. Especially trying to deal with like the quintuple dwarfons and people don't have the upper ones, or just trying to clear like 9, 10 Buddha with only 3 people could be kind of rough with 1 support. It's gonna go slow. And obviously we're triple forcing right now, but we're also not playing max stat either. See, it's going pretty fast, pretty well. So aside from the boss just not being survivable, having a good time. Yeah, I picked up a couple of Dragon HPs as I was playing on this account fresh. Like, I could give myself another 80, but I don't think 680 is enough. I think I'd legitimately need 800 minimum. Or more realistically, probably 828 to survive some ES spitter damage. Oh, Western route this time. And I like that it also takes us different areas. It helps me deal with quest fatigue. We've talked about this on stream before, but it's like the feeling of just doing the same quest over and over to me is a little mind-numbing. So having a quest that changes every time you run it is kind of nice. As long as you aren't like super hard set on getting a specific item. Yeah, there we go. Oh, Disco Brave Man, all zeroed. Ugh. Right, chat? Ugh. Gross. Try again, please. Seeing better stuff on normal mode. Cut me a break. Rip the Disco Brave Man, that never was. Good call. See that? We put the fear of the Dwarfon in the troop. Paid off. We had Kavoe stacks off the Dwarfon. Poor Dwarfons. I mean, I only need another 31 Heavenly Battles, so I'm not going to say no to those either. I'm not going to pay for them, though. We'll get them naturally. It's called just playing episode 4. Go I left on top of that. True mystery as to where we go now. See, I like how they split the arena here, so we're not walking around like this giant, massive structure, and that it keeps it a lot more narrow. Or see how they put like the zoo behind us, so like the hunter or ranger can deal with them as the forces kill the lizards. I really appreciate the spawn design in this quest in particular. I just want to give a shout out, you know, when I see it, and I want to draw attention to the chat, where it's like, you can have some really heinous combinations of like zoo and satellite lizards that make it just kind of unfun to play, but it mostly just avoids this, right? Like, it groups everything together. Most of the enemies are weak on the same damage type, so it feels like it actually almost was played through by a force. Right, we get some mixed types there, but that's fine. Back a couple of Chloe, walk away. Get rewarded with the Chloe stack. What a great feeling. Four corner ass stars, nice. Full debuff going here. So many Ricardas. They turn kind of like a way too large for its own good tile set into something more manageable. Never really like super confused where to go. Oh, we're going straight to desert? Ooh. Are we gonna get Desert 3 this time or Desert 2 again? I mean, I'm happy either way. I'm glad we got Desert again. We are playing Red ID. Satellite lizards just getting absolutely fried. Or satellite lizards. I was gonna say, if you don't have a hit percentage on the Bringer's Rifle, you might have more success with Slicer or Fanatic. Especially if you're doing accuracy glitches. These. I'm not a fan of this room. It's probably my least favorite room in the run of the game. Ran out of button. Are you not running 0 to 9? Well, if you're not running 0 to 9, that scares me. Like, please run 0 to 9. How are you out of spells if you're running 0 to 9? Are you also running items or something? 0 to 9? Yeah, like, cause I mean, I literally was running that earlier. That's why I'm confused. Especially when you hold control, you get a different set of spells. There aren't even... There's more buttons than there are techniques in the game, I will put it that way. And you should not be assigning Gabarda. So that's one you could just perma remove. Reverser and honestly Ryuger to an extent is also skippable. Yeah, normal special should always be on your front panel for sure. Unless you're doing something where you don't want to target, then it can be on your 0-9. Ooh, Remote, I'll take that. That is a future stack. Yeah, unfortunately my center buttons are dead, so I'm gonna remove them at some point, maybe later tonight. I'll download the program again and remove the buttons. So that way I can gain 8 extra techs, which would free up enough for what I need. Because I actually have everything I want here except for Megid. And I can free up some, like, Pride Fluid slots, too. Nice. Check for chat. Every time to teleport, I'm just like, I just hope that gel will save me. Just, I'm never sure with my stats. Be anything, chat. I'm not gonna lie, I mashed on that one. I was like, I don't want to drop the inputs there. That should have killed me. Surprised it didn't. Chat checking for items. Down a telepipe for retract. Oh. Track might be waiting for a bit. There's a red warp. Should probably at least courtesy put him there. Oh, Desert 2. Oh well. Uh-oh, Marissa, sadly, we're not playing Blue ID or ID here. More exciting. We're not Meridian. Yeah, Pink ID would have been super happy to see that. Blue gets it from, Gold Field Seats for us. Yeah, now if I go to play solo, massive attack, horsey, very hard mode, oh, character's damage is gonna be so good. Honestly, 110 is just kind of like the peak level. If you want to just do it fast, 110. If you just want to clear it, literally level 40. If you got mine materials and mag, preferably Rampy mag. Don't really need that much. But for solo runs, it makes a big difference being able to kill Dwarfbond one less with Bowie. Killing underground enemies with one less spell makes underground worth running. But that's not going to be until I hit like almost 1400 MST. That way I can kill the Zoots as minimal Refoes as I can. Not that you couldn't do it at like 1100 MST, but it does get annoying when you have to cast one extra tech per enemy or 2 techs on certain enemies. And it just makes Surface worth doing in that case, because it's faster. Level up. But we're getting there. Every level up, basically another damage. A little extra TP for later. You know what? I survived, and that's the important thing. Didn't lose XP. There we go. Stabilize. Didn't die. Got to cast my Gaffoe, that's all that matters. Keep stacking. Oh, those stacks were so good. Goodbye. Love feeling rewarded for Gaffoe stacking. But, ooh, man, there's a lot of enemies on this side. Put in the work with Gaffoe stacks. Get out of here. Right, chat? That was like, what, 6 or 7 enemy waves in a row that could get hit by fire? Boss time. Well, let's see what boss it is. What boss am I dying to now? Lost Tibu somewhere. There we go. I'm just gonna dance. Oh, we got scambered in. Guess I could maybe help here. It's thunder, right, for the first one? Oh my, look chat, I actually helped. I deserve that round of applause. I actually did something. I'm gonna speed up the run slightly. I did it. Yeah, that was ice cool. I was lightning quick on the first part. Well, I'm gonna run in oh, I wasn't gonna revive. I was gonna run in circles until the spinners went away. Well, now we have to hopefully not run into any spinners. Truly an electrifying experience. The track making sure that I'm getting my steps in. Since if I'm too close to another player, I can just die to their spinners. But if I'm holding still, it can spawn on me and I could die. So I have to kind of react visually whether or not I think something is about to spawn. Because I'm not going to get any real audio cue from what's happening over there. I can hear the lasers, but that's it. Oh, yeah, what I would recommend is if a ranger is shooting it, you can Zalure it safely. The trick with the core parts is as long as all 4 parts are hit, it'll take even damage. Zalure won't break it. But if you only hit like 3 out of 4 with the Gaffoe, that'll break it. Whoa! Hello. See that? See, chat? I was paying attention, I swear. I was having a conversation and I got rudely interrupted by Chamberlain. Get out of here. Do your little pouty laser somewhere else. Get out of here. Punk. Alright, so now I'm just gonna dodge the death beam. I'm gonna stay like way back here so it doesn't kill me. All I have to do is not get hit by missile and I should be fine. Okay. Why is he still attacking? He's already dead. Stop it. The cheater. I killed him like 3 attacks ago, by the way, chat. That was not my fault. Okay, so since I'm far enough back, I won't die. I think blue is just too far forward. You have to be like real close to the edge to avoid that. Okay, so I'm gonna come over here. Be able to grand seer. There we go. There you go, chat. I survived with less than 700 HP on this boss fight. I put on the focus glasses. I dodged the thing that would insta-kill me. I'm pointing. I'm like, that's where chat's dragon scale belongs. Please give chat a dragon scale. Nice level up. Ooh, look, I double leveled up because I got 10 MST this level up. Let's go ahead and sell some items, but I think we're done for now. That was fun. I think as chat wants to level some more characters, I'm happy to do more of these runs. Part of 6,000 Peseta. So true. Yeah, same here. I'm off for dinner. We had lunch on stream, more or less. What a long day. Our stream started at, like, what, 9:30? Here it's 5:30. Played a whole bunch of games today. Sadly, none of these ultimate frames had 4 slots. The disappointment. But I can sell these for money. That'll help me with my costs as a later. I doubt I got anything fun in here, as I'm too low level, but it is funny looking at some of you. Okay, with heavenly HP, it's not too bad here. Kind of liking this setup is like the cheapy setup. You can look how many materials, how many photon drops we're up to. 6. Oh, we have more. Did I not put something away on another character? Oh well. That's fine. So we're almost up to another 99, so I could probably feed another Phonumen. We might make one later. If it wasn't so late, we'd be creating another Phonumen right now. I do have 97 HP material, so I might go trade these away for some PD. Otherwise, chat is helping me collect a wall level 29s. I'm pretty happy about. You can see I'm like kind of low on regular text like Foey, but hey, we got a rough Foey. I was out of those actually. It's exciting to restock here. Sadly though, I need 7 more levels for Ignition Cloak. That to me is going to be the biggest damage job, more than anything else here. Does this character have his own glide? He does have his own glide already. Okay, just wanted to make sure. Guess I want to wear that next time. But yeah, it was pretty fun. Leveling just goes insanely fast. Or excuse me, PSO is weighted to punish the single player characters unfairly. And we're taking advantage of a very unfair mechanic of playing multiplayer in an MMO game. Sorry, chat, I had to reframe it based off our conversations earlier. But yeah, I'm happy with over 200 XP a second during XP week. Is it as crazy as like some of the other ones? No. Is it way easier to do? Absolutely. Yeah, multiplayer is busted, please remove. More or less. So let's talk about how the runs went overall. Nothing crazy dropped in terms of lanes, unfortunately. No Heaven Strikers. We did see a couple Discas, but they were kind of bad. Better nerf CCC, so true. Yeah, hopefully we can inspire people to play more very hard mode as a group and get people together, you know, even if I'm off stream. The Discord is always up. I guess I'll plug the Discord if you're not already in it. Where I feel like there's a lot of people that are just looking to level new characters anyway. So whether you are a fresh player or not, there are people to at least enjoy the company of as you play. So hopefully you find some forces to game with, or if you're looking for people with demons, you pair up with some rangers. Yeah, we'll help, let's say D. Yeah, I guess it was. DJ, excuse me. We'll help DJ help go through and get some possible hit percentage on the Bringer's Rifle. But I think Slicer Fanatic is just so much stronger. So I think, like, the ideal setup for, like, very hard mode specifically is one player focuses on ATA. So they'll have preferably Ranger with Heavenly Arms, Slicer Fanatic, maybe Hellshot V502 if they're on the higher end of stuff. If they're on the low end of stuff, they could just get away with Hell Raygun, honestly. Especially if you're playing below very hard mode. Otherwise, they'll probably stick to Pew Pew Laser as their backup damager. I find for a Ranger, I've been enjoying Heaven Punisher plus Hellshot V502, but that's more of an expensive build. Whereas like Force, honestly, materials, mag, tech, that's about it. Yeah, Slicer Fnatic is fantastic. Even in single player play, you know, when Gerts have less than 16,000 health or whatever, being able to hit them even twice out of three times, because it bounces off of their claws and hits the main body, does so much damage. It usually puts them within a Grant's range or two to kill. Or if you're very quick, you can maybe double Gazan them, depending on what they're doing, and insta-kill them. So I don't think they need as much. If you want like the full package, that's where you need to level more. That's where levels matter for Force. If you want to be ATP and MST, then you need levels. If you're playing multiplayer, you don't have to be both. So it's more just, you know, depending on your level, you could branch out and, you know, you could bring your own Smart Link, bring Heavenly Arms, bring a Bringer's Rifle with 50 hit, or bring a Slicer Fnatic with some hit. And that should be fine, but the power of multiplayer is just unfair. We gotta nerf it, chat. And I think we can all agree, we better just ban CCC and just nerf Temple. I mean, clearly that's the solution to getting too much value in episode 4. But hey, I think today was one of the first times in possibly since Anniversary, possibly the most general value in a while, where I actually got red items of interest. I mean, I didn't get lame, but I still at least got like Cure Shock and stuff like that. So it was a shockingly okay RBR, despite not getting the desired hunt item. But on the plus side, lots of XP, decent amount of PDs. So we'll do a nice mix. So I think if we're feeling like we're not getting too much value in Ultimate going forward, let's switch over to very hard mode after like an hour. I think that's fair. Just to guarantee chat gets something, we'll switch down to very hard mode. Or do some Ultimate episode 4 just for raw XP. One of the above. But anyway, chat, it has been a long stream today. We are going on over 8 hours live. So with that, I think it is time to say goodbye to the stream as well as YouTube. So if you did watch to this point in the video or the VOD, I'd like to say thank you again for watching. Thank you again for the runs. Thank you for supporting the stream. And I hope you have a good day or a good night, depending on the time zone.